This is the Vaguely Nerdy Podcast, where each week this brother-sister duo gets together to discuss the box office, latest film and TV scoops, our latest movie or show review, and what we're getting into next. We're your hosts,
Cheryl
and Jake.
All right, this week we watched Now You Three Me, Now You Don't. That if you hear that anywhere else, you got that from here.
Right.
Because I ain't heard that nowhere else. So I am on deck for trivia. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, so this is gonna be Now You See Me trivia because Now You Three Me ain't got much yet.
Okay.
So it's all in the same franchise, so it counts. So there was another person, obviously, this is probably not a surprise, that was considered for the role of Dylan Rhodes, which was played by Mark Ruffalo.
Okay.
You have to guess who it is, but let me narrow it down for you.
Okay.
This actor stars in a movie, and every time this movie comes up, I'll be like, oh, it drives me crazy. Who is it?
Stars? The actor drives you crazy? Oh, Jared Leto?
No. Not the actor necessarily, but the role in which he played in this movie. And I don't talk about it too often, but it come up pretty regularly.
An actor whose role, whenever you see the actor, you think about the role regularly.
Yes. He was in a Marvel movie. I'll narrow it down for you more.
Christian Bale?
No.
Okay.
But he was in it wasn't a reoccurring role. So.
Oh.
You know who it is, don't you? That guy.
Kurt Russell?
No.
Oh.
Think younger. Think in the same. Is he young? He either younger or the same age as Mark Ruffalo. So don't go older.
Younger or same age as Mark Ruffalo?
Yes.
Colin Farrell? Robert Downey Jr.?
No.
Oh, wait. No, you said in a Marvel movie.
Uh-huh.
Not in a reoccurring role in a Marvel movie.
You want to narrow it down for you a little more?
There's a lot of people. Everybody's in a Marvel movie.
You're right. At this point, yeah. That's probably not good. He was in a Spider-Man movie.
Not Coleman Domingo. Wait.
Oh, he was in the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. Sorry.
A non-reoccurring role that would have been Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
And a Tom Holland. Jake Gyllenhaal?
Ding, 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 ding.
What role is that?
It was Mysterio.
Oh, that you always think of whenever
Oh,
you see him?
no.
Or Nightcrawler?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, wait a minute.
Every
Yes,
time
you
that
do.
man show up on the screen, I'll be like, he is that creepy
I don't know why I
dude
didn't think of that earlier.
from Nightcrawler. It bothers me so bad. If
you
you've
do think about
never,
Nightcrawler every time you see it.
you've never seen Nightcrawler,
It was too good.
I guess I suggest you watch it
Yeah.
because his character
It's disturbing.
insane.
Yeah.
Psychopath, all the bad words.
I just rewatched that maybe like a month or two ago.
Oh my
'cause
God.
It was randomly playing
Ooh.
on television. I
Ooh.
forgot how creepy he was.
He
in that movie.
was the definition of the weirdest man on earth.
Yeah.
But yes, Jake
That
Gyllenhaal
makes
was
sense.
considered for the role of Dylan Rhodes. They don't say like why he didn't take it.
I was so close because I was thinking of characters in Zodiac, and that's why I said
Oh.
Robert Downey Jr. And
Okay.
the three of them were in Zodiac.
You would've been-
And
yeah.
They could have played
He
interchangeable
was
roles.
close. He was real close. Although I feel like Mark Ruffalo fits Dylan Rhodes better. But I guess you don't know until because that's how we see him now in this movie.
True.
Another bit of trivia that would have been a little harder and took too long to guess. So Philip Seymour Hoffman, Jim Carrey, Hugh Grant, Sacha Baron Cohen, and Colin Firth were considered to be the leads of the original movie before it was decided to go with younger leads. This would have been
They would have been like Oceans.
it would have been like old man's
Yeah, it would have been like
a magician
old man
movie.
Magician. It was like Red Notice with magic.
League with Extraordinary Gentlemen, but like
Yeah.
old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still space for that, I guess, but
No, not with
No.
magic though.
I mean, because magicians are, I don't know. There aren't very many young magicians. Well, I don't know. I'm
And
not
I
part of the
feel like
magician
this
community.
movie's a little fresher because they went.
I mean, they wouldn't have been
younger.
able to carry a franchise. Because,
No.
Well, Philip Seymour Hoffman's no longer here.
I don't
But,
I don't see any of them, even if he was still on Earth,
Yeah.
carrying this as a franchise. Colin Firth? That's weird. Well, no, he was in isn't Colin Firth from the ching 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 cha 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 the
Kingsman?
French? Yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking of swords.
Okay.
I was thinking swordsman. I'm like, that's not it. Okay, so maybe it would have worked. I like the fact that they went with younger.
Yes.
That was an interesting concept, but no. And
They
then
would have
one,
been doing all the stunts.
yeah, it would have been like, what's that
There's a lot
movie?
of martial arts in these
Expendables.
movies. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Or Red. You already said Red
Red
Notice.
Notice. Yeah.
Red One. That's a action movie with like older leads that works semi okay.
Okay.
And then another one that I'll put in here, Amanda Seyfried was considered for the role of Henley Reeves.
She keep being considered for stuff. Gamora, Haley.
And she must keep passing. And I feel like she need to start saying yes.
I mean, she got that movie coming out. That housemaid movie coming out. So
Somebody will watch that, I'm
Yeah.
sure. I won't be me. But yes. So that is it for our casting trivia for Now You See Me. So let's get into our episode. Welcome to the Vaguely Nerdy Podcast, your favorite podcast for movie and TV show news, trailers, and vaguely nerdy topics.
Each week, we dive into the latest film release, talk about the plot, characters, our favorite scenes, and give our rating out of 5 Nicole Kidmans.
Whether you're a casual moviegoer or a hardcore cinephile, we've got something for you. Reviews, news, hot takes, and a few surprises along the way.
So grab your popcorn, open your favorite podcast app or YouTube, and let's roll the reel on this week's latest episode of the Vaguely Nerdy Podcast.
Yo, we got news.
Yeah.
We got trailers. We got Buncha Crunch. We are back to regular. As we said a couple episodes ago, like, it's going to be quiet for a little bit, but once the end of the year start popping,
Yeah.
news all over the place. So I will start us off here at the top. Star Trek is coming back to the big screen.
Ooh.
Have you seen?
I heard they abandoned the other crew.
They did. Yes,
Sad.
that is a bullet point. So
I didn't know they were.
let's do the good news first.
Okay.
So the duo Jonathan Golston and John Francis Daly. Now, I know what movies they've done, but I don't know their names like that. They should come up with like a Radio Silence name, so I can be like Radio Silence.
Okay.
Anywho, they were behind Dungeons and Dragons: Honors Among Thieves, which we loved. They also did the script for Spider-Man: Homecoming,
Which we also enjoyed.
So that's the good news. So they are set to write, direct, and produce this new Star Trek movie.
Okay.
Back to the bad news that Jay was just talking about. It will not be a continuation of the J.J. Abrams movies that rebooted the whole movie series for Star Trek and will not feature Chris Pine or any other actors from them movies.
I mean, the opportunity to do that was, they missed it.
It's sailed.
It's a long time ago.
I think it's sailed.
Everybody's
quite a bit.
on to doing other stuff now.
Yes. Although Chris Pine would probably not mind coming back.
Zoe Saldana's busy.
She franchise
Who else is in
queen.
those movies?
She would have came back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Who?
Zoe Saldana. You don't think she would have came back?
I mean, I guess, yeah. She likes doing sci-fi stuff. I'm just thinking she'd be busy with Avatar stuff.
All the movies take like 12 years each.
Yeah,
She's
so,
fine. Slide her right on
But
in
they
there.
missed the opportunity by bringing Chris Hemsworth back.
Well, let me get to that. I was actually going to get to that. So it's interesting. You already know about that fact. It's not a bullet point. That's why you ain't see it on there. This project will not be connected to any of the previous movies,
Okay.
any of the current TV shows, but any prior development projects. So they are literally scrapping,
They're doing it fresh.
kind of like
Another
Jumanji.
Spider-Man.
Although I haven't seen all the Jumanjis. It sounds like a Jumanji situation. Well, though
So
Jumanji
it's starting
wasn't
over all over again.
a
I mean, but the
franchise.
thing with Star Trek is that it wasn't always about Kirk. Patrick Stewart
okay.
wasn't Kirk. And then they kept having different, like,
Well, that's how the TV shows are, kind of, right? It's like focused on something else.
yeah, there's always like a new version of the series that comes out, and it's a new crew, new
So
head.
like James Bond,
So it could be original, but just based in the world of Star Trek.
IP. It'll be
Shit looks
based
the same.
right. Well, you can't change everything, right? You got to keep some of the lore.
I think they're all part of the same, like, space military.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
Now, if it's probably not obvious, I wasn't a big Star Trek fan.
No, I was, no, too slow for me.
I'm more of a Star Wars girly.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Those are sorts.
for some reason, I never went back to watch any of the Star Trek movies.
The Force.
Even right. So we'll see how this one goes. We do like these directors though, so that's the plus.
Yeah.
The last Star Trek movie came out in 2016, so it's been a hot little minute. It was Star Trek Beyond, and it underperformed at the box office, only making $343.4 million globally, which is not good because the budget was probably like
That was the last one?
Yep.
Yeah, that was the, it was the Idris Elba one.
Was he in a Star Trek
He
movie?
was the villain.
Star Trek. Idris Elba be everywhere.
That was the one where they're like stranded on a planet or something
Okay.
with Idris Elba, and he used to be like a human, or he used to be like he got mutated. He used to be like a different race, but he got mutated by like evil or something.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
So.
Idris Elba will find a job.
The best one was Khan with Benedict Cumberbatch.
He was in a Star Trek movie too.
He was the villain in the.
Not
Okay,
the-
so the first one was Eric Bana was the villain.
Okay.
Because it was about the time travel. Eric Bana had a spaceship that could travel through time. That's how he killed Chris
Hemsworth, right?
Second one was Khan.
Okay.
Wrath of Khan remake.
Got you.
Benedict Cumberbatch was Khan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somehow I know like Khan. I know like Star Trek lore a teeny bit.
Khan was they tried to manufacture a race of perfect humans.
Of course.
And Khan was one of them, but then they eradicated them and left Khan. So Khan wanted
Justified.
revenge on the rest of the regular people because he was like the perfect specimen.
Sounds justified to me.
Yeah.
Speaking of other adaptations that Jay also brought up, so they were going to do a Chris Hemsworth movie, resurrect him, even though somehow he had died. Quentin Tarantino was going to direct this movie.
They could have did time travel.
Well, his was going to be set in 1930s. There was going to be 1930 gangsters.
Okay.
Don't ask.
No.
Kill Bill, Star Trek.
No, it has to be in space.
Noah Hawley, I'm sorry, and Matt Shakman were also going to be directing a Star Trek movie, but they never came to fruition, and they obviously moved on. Obviously, Noah is now doing Alien Earth, and Matt Shakman just did Fantastic Four, so I think it worked out for them in those regards. So we will see. The TV shows do have a following, so the audience is obviously there.
When I was young and Star Wars was on TV, it was too slow for me.
Okay.
But as I got older, I did start liking shows like The Expanse. So if they can have a Star Trek show that's modern, I mean, and I guess the modern Star Trek shows are a lot more entertaining.
Yeah.
A lot more fast-paced the current Star Trek shows. So.
I mean, you have to if you want to get renewed.
And I haven't seen them, but people who watch the current Star Trek shows say they're good.
Yeah,
so
they do have a following. They do keep getting renewed, and they do stay at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So we'll see where this movie lands, who gets cast, and all that jazz. But this will not be. This is all brand new. This is
the movies were entertaining.
It's not be anything we've seen before, so they might get a new audience.
Yeah.
In that regard. All right. Next up, speaking of things continuing on, Jimmy Olsen is getting a TV spinoff from DC Studios.
Yep. And they rumored this as soon as Superman came out. They were putting rumors that they were
he was going to get a spinoff.
Show. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about this, but let me read the deets. The concept is going to center on Jimmy Olsen, who and the other Daily Planet reporters. So they bring everybody back but the two big kahunas, which are obviously Superman and Lois, because money.
Yeah.
Also, you don't put your biggest characters in your TV shows anyway. And they're going to be centered around taking cases around superpowered villains. Now, one of the complaints I had about Superman was the fact that they didn't have enough Daily Planet. But the course correction for that for me was not to make a TV show out of it.
Yeah, not to remove the issue. The solution to that was not to remove Superman from the equation.
Yes, I wanted more of them all together, including Lois and Clark.
It was either add more Daily Planet or remove all of Daily Planet.
Yeah,
not remove Superman.
So I mean, some people seem excited for it. I mean, people really liked Skylar's portrayal of Jimmy Olsen, so they were like, "Oh, we like Jimmy." I was kind of like, Jimmy was there. But I wasn't there for Jimmy.
Yeah.
So I don't know how this is a great decision, seeing how like Peacemaker and Creature Commandos.
The same decision. I think they're making the same decision. It's the same decision as making Creature Commandos, and it's the same decision as making Peacemaker.
James Gunn doing what he wants.
They're making the same type of decisions.
Listen, he better hope WB don't get sold, because the new boss might be like, "That I'm glad you had your fun. We're done."
Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna go with the new owners, because the thing about the DC spinoff shows is that they have like a very loud online audience.
They do. They do.
But then, like, when the numbers come in, it shows that those are the only people that watched it.
I think Peacemaker.
It's kind of like, why do you keep doing this?
Peacemaker finally charted, I think, in season finale.
Yeah.
I think. But you have something like the Penguin, which was charting and winning awards.
No, Penguin never charted.
Did it never chart?
Never charted. It won awards, but it never charted. That was
got another half.
That was the big thing with the Penguin, how there was so much Agatha versus Penguin. Agatha charted and Penguin never did.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I guess Agatha won in ratings, Penguin won in awards. Yeah. Whatever. That was both good shows. Yeah. But Peacemaker seems to have, not made a lasting impact like a Penguin has. I don't know why we picking this. Where's Waller?
Here's the thing that I've learned about DC shows.
Yes.
You don't have to watch them.
No, he said that you don't have to.
Well, I've learned that even despite what James Gunn says, you don't have to watch them, because what James Gunn will do is he'll say in the beginning that this show is extremely essential to understanding the rest of the DCU, and then towards the middle of the series, he'll say, actually, you can just like watch this for your leisure. It's not gonna connect to the rest of the movie.
He flip flops.
Yeah,
he flip flops.
Like he said that with Peacemaker. He said Peacemaker was essential, and then halfway through, he said, actually, you don't have to watch Peacemaker.
Right now, they released Superman early to PVOD and streaming because they were saying they wanted to get it out before Peacemaker.
Yeah.
making it seem like you had to watch Peacemaker, or you had to watch Superman to watch Peacemaker. And then once Peacemaker went off, it was like, oh, it's okay that you don't know what's going on because, you know, it's a TV show. And then it flipped back to, well, Peacemaker sets up Man of Tomorrow, and I'm like, I'm not watching Peacemaker.
Yeah,
I don't care what you do. Yeah. I'm not watching it. So who knows if this is gonna tie to the movies at some point? I don't know.
I think this whole series is of no consequence. I mean, it's a waste of money, but as it's of no consequence to the overall story. Because what's going to end up happening is like with Peacemaker.
Yeah.
If it turns out that nobody watched this,
it'll just go away.
Yeah, and then they'll just pivot, and then it'll just be like, oh well, we won't renew this for another season, but Jimmy Olsen will return.
Right, which is happening with Peacemaker.
Or Gorilla Grodd will return.
Right, and speaking of Gorilla Grodd, he is a season 1 villain focus. So I guess every season they'll focus on one superpower villain. Gorilla Grodd is the first one. I don't know anything.
He's a super intelligent ape.
He talks.
Was experimented on, and he has telekinetic powers.
Okay.
Yeah, because they were trying to make apes smart. It was Planet of the Apes. They were trying to make apes smarter. Did it to a gorilla. He got super intelligent and realized that
humans are bad.
He realized that evolution went too far and should have left them as apes.
Okay.
It wants to regress the world back to apes.
I can see a gorilla thinking that. That makes sense to me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, TBD on catching this show. I am excited for Lanterns because
absolutely.
Now I don't know where Wallery is.
I don't think that's happening anymore.
It sounds like they just stopped talking about it. Last we heard that they couldn't pull it together, and I'm like, well, why not? Y'all pulling together this Jimmy Olsen show that just came out of nowhere. Anywho, we'll see.
Yeah.
As we get news, obviously, we will share the news. Next up, speaking of something from the past that's coming back, A Different World is getting a sequel series coming to Netflix.
Yeah.
So this feels like, well, it kind of feels like in a similar vein of Bel-Air.
Yes.
Although I will explain why I will probably watch this one more than I watch Bel-Air. I didn't watch Bel-Air. Did you ever watch Bel-Air?
No, I didn't like the genre change.
Boom.
Is
there
that why?
It is. That is why. Yeah. First note that I have here. This single camera comedy will have 10 half-hour episodes. That's right up my alley. So it's feeling more like Insecure, which I also didn't watch. I mean, I started it. I didn't finish it.
Okay.
And less Bel-Air, which seemed like it was more of a drama. And I was like, I didn't watch Bel-Air. I didn't watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air for drama.
Yeah.
I watched it for comedy. So this being more of a comedy, I'm already a little more tapped in. So if you are curious why this is called a sequel series, it's because it's literally going to follow the original series. So it's not a reboot like they want to do for Living Single, which I don't think would work now that I think about it.
Okay.
Like I love Living Single, but I don't think it would work as a reboot.
They could do a reboot to Living Single. The characters would just be completely different.
Do you think they could do a sequel series like they're doing with A Different World? Oh, but they didn't have no kids.
So no, they couldn't do a sequel series to Living Single. No.
Okay, you're right.
And that was the best part about Living Single. Kids were never part of the equation.
They were living single, right? Yeah, you're right.
So
scratch that.
It's more fun when kids aren't present.
I've diverted, but I'm gonna bring it back. But you're right, they didn't have kids. So this is the Different World sequel series is gonna focus on the child of Dwayne and Whitney.
Okay.
So she's now in college. Her name is going to be Deborah, and she's going to enter her freshman year at HBCU. Oh, she's at the alma mater of the HBCU, and it's basically going to follow her as she navigates college and life and friends and all that jazz. So it sounds like something I would at least check out, mainly because it's a comedy.
Yeah, it's short, and they're keeping the genre the same.
Exactly. It's on Netflix, so will it make it to a season 2?
Yeah.
Maybe. Netflix loves to put the good stuff out and never bring it back, so we gonna have to watch this in mass for Netflix to be like, oh yeah, we'll actually give this a second season.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing the trailer.
I am interested in seeing the trailer. I'm not familiar with any of the actors or actresses in this. They seem like they're all up and coming newcomers, which is cool.
Yeah.
Which you would want for this. Felicia Pry, who has been behind Grey's Anatomy and Bel-Air, makes sense, will serve as a showrunner and executive producer. Then Debbie Allen will direct, and she will direct 3 episodes, including the premiere.
When in Grey's Anatomy?
I didn't.
What parts?
I didn't go.
That's important.
It just says Grey's and Bel-Air. Now,
Grey's
I don't know if she in like first half Grey's.
There's like prime rib Grey's, and then there's like well done steak Grey's.
There's like
where it's just like warm dry meat Grey's.
It's like
not juicy
fancy
Grey's.
Steakhouse Grey's, and it's like Outback Grey's, and you're like, which one is?
How many of the original residents are left?
Let me look.
When Felicia was there,
right? Oh, Grey's.
How many of the core 5 were still
there?
Grey's
Anatomy. Let's see. I'm gonna look her up. So she. Okay. 2020, 2022. So later Grace.
After Lexi Grace.
She was the writer and producer. She also did Queen Sugar.
She's Joe Grace. She's Alex Karev leaving Grace.
Yeah. We don't know what episode she wrote.
She's killing Derek Grace.
We gonna give her a chance. Boo. We gonna give her a chance. Okay, Felicia, we gonna give you
bad decisions, but I won't.
Right.
I don't know if you're responsible for those.
Exactly.
That could be mostly Sean.
She was. I don't know.
I think Shonda takes a lot of the blame for that.
She probably does. She also was a writer on Queen Sugar, which was extremely popular.
I saw a couple episodes of the first season. That was pretty good.
Okay. Okay. So and then she's also got quite a few books. So feeling good about this. I like that we're doing a comedy short. It's kind of like a sitcom essentially, and we're not doing what they did to what's the other show that went from UPN to
The Game.
Oh. Don't do please.
You know what? The result of another genre change. But you know what? That changed in the middle of the series.
Indeed. Oh, God, that was terrible.
That was worse than just like a reboot. Child. They should have just rebooted it.
I ain't never been so mad at a show flipping the script, getting the game.
I remember watching the very first episode of when they did the genre change. It was like, I don't have to come back for this.
Ew. Didn't keep up with it. It's like, who in their right mind thought it was a good idea to change a comedy The Game, and it had a serious moment. And
only keep the B characters.
Right. And then make it a drama that was just like almost too close to reality
Malik,
TV.
Who was the worst character.
Malik
is only entertaining when there's a laugh track. When you remove the laugh track, Malik should not exist as a person in the real world. I just didn't
understand
so those are bad choices.
Decision. So I am glad that we have taken a different world and are keeping the essence of a different world. Yeah. Like you can still have your serious moments in comedies. That's totally fine. All good comedies do. But let's not make it a drama.
No.
So we'll see. Bel Air is actually wrapping up. I think the last season is
happening now.
Right.
Yeah.
So people liked it.
Yeah.
I just was like, oh, this is serious. I'm not tuning into this. So as we get a trailer, as we learn more, release date and all that, we will definitely share you the news on that.
All right. So that is all the movie news this week. Let's roll into the trailer park.
Toot and a beep beep.
First stop on the trailer park is for Fallout Season 2. This is going to premiere on Amazon Prime on December 17th, 2025, right before the holidays. I don't know how many episodes it's going to be.
I don't, but they do come out weekly if I'm not mistaken. So this will be a weekly watch situation.
This is going to be the return of all of our characters. Ella Purnell, Walter Goggins, and everybody else.
Right. It's a lot of people.
They only show, they show pretty much everybody who survived the last season, but only the people who had speaking lines were Walter Goggins and Ella Purnell.
Pretty much.
Trailers. So
pretty much.
What is it about? Ella Purnell and Walter Goggins' characters are traveling the wasteland in search for her father, who got away, who was revealed to be the villain of the last season.
Yeah. I think I need to rewatch the season finale again. It's been a long time.
I remember most of the parts. Her mom was alive, but she was a Ghoul, yes.
Like not like a Walter Goggins ghoul, but like ain't much left for the world.
They were keeping her alive. They finally killed her. The dad was revealed to be a villain, and he ran. And Walter Goggins and Ella Purnell on the search for two things: her father, to bring him to justice,
right,
and Walter Goggins still looking for his family.
Now, question: why does he think his family is still alive?
I have no idea.
Okay, so just checking. I was like, no, why does he think they even living?
I mean, I guess if all that stuff about Ella Purnell's family can be around for 200 years and she just now figured that out, there's a possibility that it seems like there's a lot in the world that people don't know about. There's other vaults. I think there's still secrets. So
sure.
Are they probably ghouls? Sure.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard.
Yeah,
especially if it's one of the daughters a ghoul.
Probably.
I mean, the fact that her mom was alive, I was like, oh, yuck.
Yeah.
Put a cap in her.
Yeah.
Please. Which is what they did.
Yeah.
I think she did it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So.
Mom deserved peace.
Yes, she did.
Great.
So.
Right.
But it looks like it's going to be good. Entertaining. Production quality is still there.
Yes.
Macaulay Culkin is joining the cast. We don't know what role he's going to be in.
Justin Theroux is also in this.
Justin Theroux is also in this as well. I didn't play all the games, so I don't know what his character is. But some people knew who his character is. He's reprising somebody, I think, from the lore.
Okay. So, okay. I have never played the games, but did quite enjoy this. So I'm very excited to catch this on a week-to-week basis.
Yeah.
And we have to watch it week-to-week because people probably going to spoil it. Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see.
Yeah.
Some shows you have to watch as they come out because the fandom watch is so strong.
Yeah.
They spoil that junk.
They do.
So we'll see.
Next stop on the trailer park is for a highly anticipated one. This is Monarch: Legacy of Monsters Season 2. It's been like 2 years since the last season.
2 years, too long. It feels like it's been 2 years.
This is coming to Apple TV on February 27, 2026. That is, wait.
What?
Is that the same weekend as Scream?
Yep. It sure is.
It is. Nice weekend.
Oh, we might have to do a double feature.
Nice.
Might have to do a double feature.
So this is going to be the return of Kurt and Wyatt Russell.
Whoop, whoop.
Hold on. I had the cast list up.
So, and I guess we did a season 1 episode. So you can go back and watch that. And I'm going to spoil season 1 in 3, 2, 1. So Kurt, we thought, died. Or he got left behind in the little wormhole. But apparently he must have made it out.
Yes.
Which I'm happy about because I liked him. And now I'm not sure why we are continuing the going back and forth between past and present, but I'm here for it.
Because that was good. Still secrets.
Yeah, that was a good aspect of the show.
Yeah.
And then one thing I will say, if you have not watched the show, it is called Monarch: Legacy of Monsters, but it's heavy on the Monarch and the people. And then monsters is intermixed. So some people was complaining about, it's not enough Kong. It's like it's called Monarch: Legacy of Monsters, not Monarch: Legacy of Kong.
Yeah.
Just so you know. But it is one of the best things in a MonsterVerse that's ever come out, by the way.
We don't know what this season is going to be about. It seems like there's been multiple breaches in, I don't know what they call it. I forgot what they call it. The Underdark.
It had a word.
Terabithia.
Sure.
Whatever they call it. I forgot what they call it. The underworld.
Mascara. Tillamook. I don't know. It's called, hold on, let me look it up. They are in what was it called?
It's like the Rift.
It's very basic, and we're coming up with very outrageous names. Let me go to the last.
Hollow Earth.
Boom.
Ooh, there it is.
We did a real bad job of that.
So there's obviously been a rift in Hollow Earth, and creatures are coming through at much higher rates than Monarch is able to anticipate or able to defend against, because they were trying to create that early warning system,
right?
To prevent these.
I wonder if it's not only them coming through the rift, but remember, there's also monsters that were already there.
Yeah, Kong is one monster that is already there.
Right.
It seems like though more monsters are coming through the rift, because it looks like we get these little spider monsters that are attacking this random couple on the beach, and they don't anticipate it. So
right, you would know. They would probably know if there was like a spider beach.
Yeah. So what we didn't see in this was Godzilla.
No, we did not see
Godzilla in this trailer, but it looks like Kong might be taking a front seat in this season because the last season ended on Skull Island, but it is still pre Kong versus Godzilla versus Kong, and we're not exactly sure if this is the same Kong.
We are also not sure if this ties into the movies.
That is correct.
They ain't cleared it up. If these are like related to the movies.
Well, it definitely ties to the first movie.
Yeah, it ties to Skull Island movie.
We don't know if they're pulling an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Exactly.
Where it tied to the first Avengers and then it diverged after that. And then it was its own world.
Because in the very first episode of this, we see John Goodman.
Well,
right?
That could be a flash forward because he's Bill Randa. So.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's in the past he's only in the past and the future, I guess.
Right. So this show is very good because it did a very good job with the human characters. And it also does this thing where we're going in the past and in the present at the same time.
Yeah. And
they flip back and forth, but you can follow it.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I would highly recommend watching the first season.
It would make sense that John Goodman is in it a little bit because they're on Skull Island in this season. And that's where he died.
Right.
In the past. So maybe there's some sequences of him on the island. I don't know where because he died in the movie. So,
right.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Been waiting. Okay, they wrapped this up like 12 years ago. We're waiting for this, and you're right. The original release date was November 17th of 2023. So it's been a little over 2 years.
All right, next stop on the trailer park is Wuthering Heights. This is the second trailer for Wuthering Heights that is coming out February 14th, 2026. Is that Valentine's Day?
It sure is.
There you go. This is going to star Margot Robbie and Frankenstein. Jacob Elordi. And what is it? It is the story of Wuthering Heights. This trailer,
maybe or maybe not close to the novel. We don't know.
This trailer has more dialogue. I wonder if she's going to die at the end. They didn't imply it, but
I actually looked up the ending of the original, how the book ended.
Yeah.
I can't remember it.
She dies.
Oh,
so yeah, I mean, Wuthering Heights spoilers. I mean,
the book is
extremely it's like Romeo and Juliet.
Right.
So basically, she is rich, he is poor. They fall in love.
He leaves.
He leaves because she decides to marry for money.
Right, but he comes back rich.
He comes back
like
rich.
The Count of Monte Cristo.
He comes back rich. By the time he comes back, she's dying. And then she dies, and then he lives the rest of his life sad
because they were a love destined never to be.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Unrequited love.
Right.
Yeah. So the trailer just gives more dialogue, and it looks like it's going to lead up to that. They didn't really imply that
she's probably going to die. You got to
have the same ending.
This will not have a happy ending.
No. Yeah.
At all.
And it's funny because they're like the greatest love story. Like, is it?
It's not that great. I don't think it's that great.
So, whatever.
Yeah, this is going to be a movie we won't watch.
No.
But its trailer came out and it's popular, so we're talking about it. So. This is going to be rated XXX.
Yeah.
The highest
it's the 50 Shades of Wuthering Heights.
Worse, I feel like.
Well, yeah, because Wuthering Heights wasn't originally raunchy.
Yeah.
So they're making
it's raunchified up, y'all. I mean, like, even... So,
the word is that the lettering is in lace.
Right. And then they're like,
tell you
the
where
letters like intertwine. I'm like, oh, this is a mess.
But
I feel bad for the grandma and the grandson that was sitting next to us.
That was funny.
She was recoiling and clutching her invisible pearls. I was like, oh, grandma. She was like, whoa.
I don't know why they chose to play this in front of Now You See Me, a magic movie for children.
I'm sure the 6-year-old, he might have been maybe like 10-ish. I'm sure he was like, what the
Explain it. Just.
The trailer is very like, you could tell stuff going on.
Yeah.
Essentially. Like, you can tell they about to lead into whatever comes next. And you're like,
explain it to her grandson what the fish in a throat scene was about.
Fish. And he like,
why is she sticking her finger
Frankenstein
in that fish's
touching Harley Quinn in like the wrong places.
Why is she
like,
so sweaty?
Right. She rain, wet, all that jazz. Like, the trailer is doing a lot.
I feel bad for all the kids in that.
There was quite a few kids, I feel like.
Yeah, but it was mostly like groups of kids.
Yeah. The audience for our theater viewed a little more tweeny.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is not the trailer for them. This is not the trailer for them. Buddy. So, Wuthering Heights, it'll probably be a box office smash because it features two popular, is Jacob Elordi popular now? I guess so.
A movie theater paying for a movie ticket popular, we have not seen.
Not seen yet, so. But it's given like you said,
Margot, yes.
50 Shades of Grey. Yeah. Saltburn didn't do that well in the movie theater.
No, so it's got two strikes against it.
50 Shades of Grey.
Jacob Elordi has got Emerald Fiddle.
It's opening on Valentine's Day. Yeah. So it'll probably have, and I'm sure the press tour is gonna be all like, ooh, so romantic and XXX.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be the male to female ratio will probably be like 1 to 100.
99-1.
Yeah, something like that.
99 to 1%.
Something like that. Yeah. So yeah, it'll. I'm interested in the box office results. I'm not interested.
It'll be whatever Saltburn or whatever 50 Shades of Grey. Just copy paste that box office. That'll be what it'll be.
Well, them two opposite box office though. So more 50 Shades. Okay. Yeah. It'll probably be more like that 50 Shades crowd. Yeah. So y'all let us know if you watch it.
Yeah.
Cause it's not making it on this podcast. I'll tell you that much.
Next stop for the trailer park is for Toy Story 5. This is just a teaser. Toy Story 5 comes out June 19th, 2026. Next summer blockbuster. I forgot about this. For Disney Pixar. Mm-hmm. Disney's finally letting a Pixar movie go to theaters. Hey, Leo, I guess, was the last one.
They need a good one. Yeah. Elemental was Pixar, but that was before Elio.
That was a sleeper hit.
Is that the last Pixar, Elio?
Yeah, that's a big thing. Pixar employees be talking about Disney don't let them go to the movies.
Since they bought them. Yeah. Well, during COVID, they sent like 3 Pixar movies.
Yeah.
Just streaming, and they were like, listen, we didn't come over here for this.
But nobody plays games about Toy Story.
No.
So...
it's this one is supposed to focus. The trailer is super short, and it features all of our faves looking shocked or scared at something. And the thing they are shocked or scared at is called Lily Pad. It is one of those.
It's the
leapfrogs iPads, and this movie is supposed to center on new generation of toys being like the iPad and computers and mobile devices and whatnot. Okay. So they don't show who the kid is in this.
I wonder if it's the same little girl. Maybe she just got older. Because remember, Andy donated all the toys.
Right.
But
Woody left. So Woody back. I know that much.
Yeah, we don't know why Woody's back. Because he was with the traveling troupe.
Right. So somehow Woody's back.
How they're all back.
Don't ask questions. I'm sure they will explain it in a 30-second montage at the beginning of the movie.
How did he get back? Unless Woody came back by himself.
He probably traveled, right?
How?
I don't know.
Toys. There's only so much these toys can do. They can't travel cross country.
Listen, these is a kids movie.
Is made of cloth.
They don't care about logic. The kids ain't gonna ask no questions about this. They don't care. Greta Lee is voicing Lilypad. Okay. So shout out to her. I'm interested in this. I skipped 4. I'm not watching 4. I'm never gonna watch 4. So
it wasn't bad. I mean, and it's of no consequence now. The ending doesn't matter.
Right, because Woody's back.
No matter how sad the ending of 4 is, it doesn't matter.
Saved me sadness in 2 hours.
Now you can watch it.
I will watch it. So this will probably be, like Jay said, a blockbuster hit.
Yeah.
It's Toy Story. Like, what can you go wrong, right?
Yeah.
We'll see.
The next stop of the trailer park is for Devil Wears Prada 2. This is another very short teaser. Devil Wears Prada 2 comes out May 1st, 2026. It's going to be the reprisal of every single cast member in the original Devil Wears Prada.
Except that boyfriend, hopefully. We don't know yet.
Except the boyfriend. Yes. Hopefully. But it will have her awful best friend.
She is back.
Yes.
Yep.
Terrible best friend.
Best friend's back.
What is this going to be about? The teased plot is that Miranda Priestley is coming into some woes, struggling with the digital magazine world. Right, because
she still got print.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Anne Hathaway is a big executive now, and she is eliciting the help of Anne Hathaway to come back to save her company.
And I think Emily Blunt's supposed to be like a competitor?
That would be good.
Okay. And Stanley Tucci's back.
Maybe they work for separate people.
Okay. That might make sense.
Maybe Emily Blunt's representing the opposition.
Okay. That would make sense.
Yeah.
The Simone Ashley is also in this. There has been, every time these actors went, I think they wrapped filming, hopefully, because every time they went somewhere to film something, somebody was like sharing the pictures, like, y'all, you're revealing the outfits too early. One of the best parts about Devil Wears Prada was the fits, and when you see them too early, it won't be the same in the movie. Yeah. So this is a highly anticipated. This is the summer kickoff movie. Mm-hmm. This is the original Avengers Doomsday slot.
Oh, nice.
But Disney was like, that's okay, we have something else for you. Kaboom! Right. So this will be this is
highly anticipated.
Super anticipated. Yeah. Okay,
these movies do well. These high fashion movies about female villains. I don't know, like Cruella. Devil Wears Prada. These high fashion films do really well.
It's the fits.
Yeah.
It's the fit. It's just like the original Sex and the City.
Sex and the City.
The first movie. The second one's like,
fashion films do extremely well.
Yes.
And we've been ensemble casts.
Would we consider this a legacy sequel? It's been a very long time.
I don't know legacy because they're like the same characters.
Okay. Fair enough.
Well, I mean,
just straight sequel.
Just a long time.
2006.
Yeah.
So it'll be 20 years since we have all seen these lovely people back together.
Yeah, but that's good. A sequel that's long enough that you can you should be able to tell the difference in time.
Right, and there should be some care. We can get the all backstory of what they've been doing in this time.
Yeah.
So, and I guess I am curious of what the time gap is going to be in the movie. I'm sure it won't be 20 years.
And Miranda Priestley was based off of like an Anna Wintour type character. Now Anna Wintour is gone.
Right. And she's still on Earth. She retired.
Yes, she's gone from the magazine world. But magazines have changed.
Right. Magazines we a digital world now.
They're ripped from the headlines.
I'm excited about this.
Yeah.
This is going to be an opening weekend, tickets early, breaking box office record situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that is all for the trailer park. Let's dive into this Buncha Crunch.
Some hot mess is coming from Sony. Oh, excuse me. A Labubu movie is coming from Sony. Now, I mentioned this hot mess.
Yes.
When we talked about the Gremlins. And he was saying that the Gremlins is trying to pick up the slack of what Labubu, I guess, is not feeling.
Yeah.
So there is a Labubu movie in the works. Now, normally I put new movie news in the movie news section, but we don't got no detail. Mm-hmm. What are they going to... Labubus are just toys.
Yes.
What is the plot?
They're going to make the plot. This is a blank slate. So...
Would they be running around New York City?
I don't know.
Cows and terror?
They can't.
Like a gremlin?
They can't trend too close to gremlins. So...
They should trend not to this
I don't know what they're going to do with them.
They are literally just thinking that the success of the toys is going to leapfrog into a box office smash, and they might not be wrong.
The success, what I find interesting now, though?
Yes.
The success of the toys when they launch. I don't think Labubu's doing well anymore.
Well, I put the article here so I can quickly click on it. The toy became a sensation in Southeast Asia markets first, before taking the rest of the world by storm. Mm-hmm. So profits soared 350% earlier this year. So we're at peak probably of Labubu. All right.
Now where this is going.
Labubu's name is the lead monster doll line. Or sorry, is the name of the doll line. And it's also has a boyfriend, a companion, and a counts leader. So there's different characters. It's not just it's not just Labubu. All right. So the article also says, this is from a Hollywood Reporter, it's too soon to tell if Labubu will fall into the fads of Beanie Babies or something more longer lasting like Hello Kitty. So we don't know yet. It's too soon to tell what Labubu's trajectory is going to be. But I feel like
I think the era of making a Hello Kitty is over.
I was going to say
Hello Kitty existed for too long.
I think the market is not big enough to have a bunch of Hello Kitties.
Yeah. No.
Like,
Hello Kitty's still there.
Right. So you need to off the kitty before you can get a Labubu in. And I don't think that's happening.
And tariffs. And less people are buying Labubus now because nobody can afford crap.
Right.
So they're not doing as well as they used to do.
I am curious. So when we went to Comic-Con, there was a whole Labubu section, right? And this is when we first started learning about Labubus, and there was like a line and all this. I wonder if that's going to be the same next summer. And that'll be the indicator. Like, this fell off real quick.
It will.
So one of the funny things about Labubu, because once again, I don't know anything about it, and this was in an article, they do blind boxes. So when you buy, I guess, a Labubu box, you don't know which Labubu you're getting.
Yeah.
And that creates like a market because people are like, oh, this is not the Labubu I want. Maybe somebody else wants it. So then I can go buy the Labubu I wanted.
Funko.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you hear about Funko? Funko said that if they don't get some cash, they going away.
Yeah.
Or they going to need to be acquired.
Yeah.
And something else I read about Funko, they sent $30 million of Funko to the pit, the trash, because they didn't have enough space to keep it. So Funkos also ain't holding their value. You better watch out now. You better watch about these popular stuff.
Novelty purchases and those things aren't getting snatched up like they used to anymore.
That article.
The economy sucks.
Well, yes.
Nobody can afford it.
And then you just like collecting stuff, right? Like I have some Funkos, but that's because those are like characters that I like. I ain't trying to upsell my Funkos. They for me.
Yeah.
But listen, Beanie Babies.
But we very rarely find a Funko compelling enough to purchase. We can purchase them, but we can purchase as many Labubus as we want, but we're not moved.
Exactly. I'll be curious if this movie actually ever makes it, for one, and I'll be curious to see what Labubu is in like 12 months.
Yeah, that's true. This could be an entire waste of money, or this could be dropped. Who's the studio?
Sony. They need to tread lightly.
Yeah.
Sony got some hits. Like they have, hold on, what does this say? They just had K-pop Demon Hunters. And then Jumanji. But, Spider-Man. Half of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So they need to be careful spending the big bucks.
All the villain Spider-Man movies. They get credit for all of those.
Yeah.
The Spum universe.
Let's include both. We're going to include the good ones. We're going to include the bad ones, right? So y'all need to be careful over there.
Yeah, so.
Speaking of things that keep coming back, V for Vendetta is getting a series at HBO.
Yep.
Which, sure?
Nope.
Nope, not.
They didn't learn their lesson from Watchmen.
Watchmen only had one season, right?
Yeah.
And why did they cancel Watchmen?
Because not enough people were interested in it.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Which was the symptom of the film. Which was the exact same symptom of V for Vendetta, the movie.
Yeah, although I know it's popular. People like it, but it's not. I don't know if I would turn this into a series.
The thing with Watchmen is very good source material.
Yeah.
Watchmen is very well written.
Yeah.
V for Vendetta is very well written, has very good source material.
Right.
They don't make good adaptations
into like TV shows.
No, they don't.
Okay.
Watchmen, and I don't know how many times they have to learn that lesson with Watchmen.
Right. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Because they did. Now the Watchmen TV show with Regina King is very well regarded, but then they had the other. Remember, did Zack Snyder do like a Watchmen? Somebody has recently redid a Watchmen thing on Netflix. And that junk came and went.
They did that 2-part Watchmen animated movie.
There it was.
Yeah.
Came and went. Now, I'm not sure why we are picking V for Vendetta.
Yeah.
But sure.
Because this is the exact same. It's Alan Moore.
Oh. But he don't like when people do his stuff.
But he be right every time they do his stuff. It'd be bad. he be correct every single time.
He probably also get a check cut.
Watchmen, V for Vendetta, Swamp Thing got canceled.
Oh. Now, what's funny, you mentioned some of this stuff. So this is going to be executive produced by James Gunn and Peter Safran over at the WB situation. Because, you know, WB owns HBO.
Okay.
Sure. Somebody will watch it. I don't know if they're going to watch it enough for this to make it past
It makes sense why they're making this, because V for Vendetta is like a political thriller.
Sure.
Based about politics and uprising and rebellion against like government that's controlling people's freedoms. So, yeah, it makes sense why you would. But also, you have to add into the equation of the curse of Alan Moore. That Alan Moore voodoo don't let up. Every time y'all try to do something, he puts a hex on it and it fails.
This shall fall, and it'd be like, ratings are falling.
And he always ends up right.
I mean, just make something new. Why do we have to regurgitate V for Vendetta?
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Alan Moore makes great stuff. It just can't be converted.
All right. I mean, they had the successful show for Watchmen, and then but they had a bad movie.
Not enough people watched it.
And then so
waste of Regina King. I mean, she's great in it, but waste of Yahya Abdul-Mateen as Dr. Manhattan.
Right, because they didn't get that second season. Question mark for me on this.
Yeah.
I don't know. Speaking of things that are continuing to come back, Scary Movie 6 adds more to the cast. We have Damon Wayans Jr., which I more know from Happy Endings, but he was also on New Girl, which I didn't watch.
I didn't watch that.
And then we have Kim Wayans.
Were two black guys on New Girl?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't watch it. Maybe.
Okay.
I mean, maybe he was on like an episode.
Okay.
I know him from Happy Endings.
Yes.
Which didn't last for very long. And it just abruptly went
funny.
off. I don't even know if it got an ending.
I don't think so.
That's crap. A show called Happy Endings with no ending. Anywho, and they kept moving it. It used to be on like a weekend night or weeknight, and then they moved it to like a weekend night. I was like, oh, we're done.
Yeah.
We're Saturday night, y'all. Nobody's watching this. Anywho, Kim Wayans is also joining the cast. Now, she's the sister, obviously, if you didn't know that.
Yes.
I find it interesting that she's never been in any of the other ones, right?
Kim Wayans?
Yeah. Now I'm kind of like, I wonder why she changed her mind and be like, sure, I'll help y'all out.
I don't know.
With this one. So, also, we have Heidi Gardner, who was on SNL.
She's funny. She was one of the funny ones.
She actually just announced, not just, but she's one of the ones that's leaving. So, she's not coming back for next season. Yeah. And then we have returners, Sherry O'Terry, who was...
Gail Weathers?
No, what was her actual character's name? Gail...
Hold on.
Hale... something. They did a play on Gail's name. And
it was Sherry O'Terry.
Hold on, did I put?
And it was Gail Hailstorm.
And then we also have Chris Elliott, who played the creepy doctor with the little hand.
Yes, from he was in the second one. He was a butler because they were doing a period of
Let me open up the article here. So yeah, he is Hanson, the creepy haunted. Oh, he was a caretaker. He wasn't a doctor in Scary Movie 2.
Yes,
and apparently he came back for Scary Movie 4 as a different character.
I usually do, but I don't remember that one.
I didn't get that far. So we have two returners, which is always good. I feel like for this movies, the more people that have come back, the better. And then we have new cast members, Damon, Kim, and Heidi. Yeah. Who are all funny people. Yeah. So it's looking good. The only thing I'm worried about this movie is they're going to overstuff it. But hopefully most of the people they cast probably going to get like killed off.
Oh, Dave Sheridan is back too. He played Doofy, the parody of Dewey.
Yes. So, I think him.
Who was the villain? It was actually, it was Doofy and Gale who were the villains in Scary Movie.
Oh,
because it was revealed at the end.
Because they were like faking it.
Yeah,
the movies is wild.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are good casting announcements.
Yeah.
Looking forward to this. We'll add this to the list of other highly anticipated movies for next year, along with Devil Wears Prada.
Absolutely.
And Toy Story 5 and Doomsday. Yeah. All right, more casting news. We have another person joining Robert Eggers' Werewolf movie, and you're not gonna be surprised who it is. Because it's Ralph Ineson, who's been in other Robert Eggers movies, and he was literally just in Nosferatu.
So this one is only going to not include Nicholas Hoult.
Yet.
But they're all playing musical chairs with their roles.
Right. So we have Aaron Taylor Johnson, we have Willem Dafoe, we have Lily Rose Depp, and now we have Ralph Ineson back for Werewolf. And these all were the same people that were in Nosferatu.
Yeah, except for Bill. So we just are missing Bill and Nick.
Yeah. For now.
Right.
2 episodes from now, we'll be like, and like we said.
Right.
So, yeah, we like Ralph Ineson in anything. So,
yeah.
And we were
absolutely
going to see this regardless. So.
Yeah. I just re-looked at Fantastic Four the other day.
Oh,
Great Galactus.
By the way, Fantastic Four is on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
So if you have not seen it, now is your chance. I need to give that a watch. And then One Battle After Another is obviously on POV because everybody's sharing the clips.
Oh, nice.
I'm like, Jesus, y'all, are y'all gonna let people watch it? Because the whole movie is chopped up in pieces online.
You know what still isn't online?
What?
Tron, because Disney don't play.
Oh. Tron came out
Tron is making $1 a day, and Disney is like, we're still not taking it out of
Tron's
theaters.
not coming until January. At the earliest.
Nobody's in those screenings, but Disney is not letting up on that release on
Disney
that
on that
PVOD to streaming
Tron
date.
even came out, and we'll be like, "Oh, Tron."
Yeah.
Okay.
And it'll blow up.
Right.
It works.
It does. Disney. I give them that. Disney will stick.
They look like fools in the process, but everybody looks like fools in the end.
Because when
they went to the bank.
Ching, 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 when them subscriber numbers get released, like more people signing up, Jesus. Yeah. All right, and then something we already knew got confirmed: Brainiac is going to be the villain for the Superman sequel, Man of Tomorrow.
It's terrible hiding that.
I don't even know why I put this as a bullet point because we already knew that. People have literally been guessing this since before. I feel like Man of Steel came out. Wrong Superman movie. Superman came out.
Superman only has so many interesting villains. So many villains where it would make sense that he would team up for Lex Luthor with.
Yes, this is a Lex Luthor team up movie, which I don't know if I'm okay with that
I think
this
James
early.
Gunn has learned that everybody is tired of his obscure character pools. He needs to stick to the mainstream characters, the Thanoses,
right?
The dark sides,
right? Yeah, and it's been guessed for a very long time that Brainiac, and I guess he finally decided, sure, tell him.
Yeah, Starro was good, but nobody saw that movie.
I didn't like Starro.
I liked Starro.
I'm in the minority.
The concept of Starro. I like hive mind things.
I like the backstory that Starro was actually like.
I didn't like people couldn't be saved, but that was
like because Starro was like abused or whatnot.
Yeah,
and then he like broke out. So I like that plot line, but actual Starro, yuck.
Yeah,
I don't need to see that.
I think he's learned his lesson about the obscure character pools,
right?
Or until we get like a Mr. Mixospitalik.
What?
Remember?
Who?
Mr. Mixospitalik?
What?
The little leprechaun dude? We talked about this.
What are you talking about?
We talked about the little leprechaun Superman character.
Leprechaun Superman. Oh, you're right. Yes.
Yeah. You want a movie about that?
No. I would like, you know what?
Superman villain.
Only thing, what am I about to say? What is the one thing I want out of DC Studios?
A Batman movie?
Which Batman movie?
You want a specific Batman movie? Don't tell me.
No, because you should know this.
You want you want Batman Beyond.
Hello?
You're not getting it.
Why not?
You're never gonna get it.
Jimmy Olsen gets a TV spinoff, but I can't get Batman Beyond.
No.
And before somebody say there's too many Batmans, who cares?
They're not interested in giving people the
who
things
cares?
that they want.
Who cares if there's multiple Batmans? No. They all in their own little separate pockets.
Yeah. They wasted Michael Keaton on that Flash movie.
Oh, and then they canceled Batgirl, so we ain't even gonna get a different version of like Batman. So why not like
they could even like they could age him up. You got I'm trying to think.
Just put him in a different universe.
You got Michael Keaton and you got who could play Terry McGinnis? Simu Liu.
No.
Yeah,
he's too old. I want Terry to still be in high school.
Ben Wang.
Okay, fine.
Karate Kid.
He's young enough.
Boom.
There it is.
Yeah.
Make him black. I will.
Nah.
Okay. Burn Earth down.
I'm not trying to fight that battle.
Man's black.
Keep him Asian. Keep him Asian. Let him have that. I just want to go to the movies. I'm going to try to have an argument.
You're right. Fair enough. I'm not getting it. I can't even get Constantine. DC is just like, I'm here for certain things. I'm not here for all the things.
Like for things you want.
Like for Marvel don't necessarily give me everything I want either, but I'm still here for most of it.
Yeah.
DC, I'm like, I'm picking and choosing. I just like to be able to pick everything. Yeah. But I'm like, I don't care about no freaking Jimmy Olsen. Sorry.
So, no Batman Beyond, but Brainiac is good news. Brainiac is fun.
Okay.
It's funny. His tactics are very Starro. It's all about assimilation.
Okay.
So,
a movie will be good. I'm hoping it'll be good.
I wonder if Supergirl's going to be in it. Brainiac is responsible for the destruction of Krypton, so it would make no sense that Superman...
Probably because Supergirl comes before this, so yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is already said to be like an ensemble movie. Remember? Because Rick Flag, the Frank Grillo guy, said that Rick Flag's gonna be like a major part of Man of Tomorrow, which I was like, great.
I don't think that's true. I think he's just very excited about being in that movie.
I agree. I think he's trying to up his part. I think he's trying to up. Like, you mean to tell me you gonna be a central part and Brainiac is over here and we got Lex? Yeah. All three of y'all gonna be big? I don't
Rick
believe
Flag being a major part of Man of Tomorrow sounds like something they were saying if Peacemaker had the viewership it wanted to. Because that's where Rick Flag's character was developed.
Exactly. That is the whole, you have to watch Peacemaker to watch Man of Tomorrow. And I'm like, no.
Not enough people watch that.
I am not.
So I'm not sure Rick Flag. I think his world is probably be reworked.
Right.
But
he think he is.
Keep it.
Good for him.
Keep it a contentious buddy comedy action superhero
between
flick.
Lex and Clark.
The dynamic was good in the first movie, so it's there. The groundwork is there.
Agreed. I do want Superman to be a little less goofy.
You're not getting it. Nope. Not the James Gunn movie.
I didn't mind it in the first movie, but I feel like I want Superman. I want Clark to have a little evolution where he's a little more like, okay, I understand that I'm supposed to believe that everybody is good, but I do recognize that some people be on that BS, and I need to like call it for what it is. Okay, whatever.
You have moments, but not like as a character.
All right.
I mean, the type of lead characters that James Gunn does are like the Star-Lords.
You're right. I was just about to say, Star-Lord never really got smarter.
Superman's. He had emotional seeds, but his core being was an idiot.
What's crazy is that Star-Lord got some of the best emotional scenes I feel like in Marvel. But Chris Pratt is such an
idiot.
Dude, it's just like such a duty head. That's the best word I can think of.
So,
anywho, tangent, but Brainiac is fun. Is not, that's not news, but is now confirmed. So we can officially say it. And then last bit of news that we got some excitement around was Alien Earth has officially been confirmed for season 2, because there wasn't no way that they was gonna not give us a season. I mean, they could have not.
They were taking their time.
They could have not, but I feel like you would have had a lot of pissed off fans for that. Yeah. Because, spoiler alert, season 1 ends on a freaking cliffhanger.
Which is not a great way to end the show.
There's multiple cliffhangers, not just one. So, Noah got his contract signed. He got the check cut, and he said, sure, now y'all can announce it. So, season 2, we don't know when.
Yeah.
How. Oh, you know what? That's a lie. They did say that they were hoping to start filming in January.
Okay.
In like London or something. So at least it's in the where it's not like we announced, but we never started. At least they have it on like
London is interesting. So are they going to leave the island? Because they filmed the first season in Thailand. So they're going to like a even more densely populated area to film.
They probably just going to rebuild Thailand in London. Who knows? No. Yeah, but I do wonder if we're going to see, like, we're going to leave the jungle. The compound or whatever.
Yeah, I think that was the whole point of filming in Thailand, because people don't know is that Alien Earth and the last season of White Lotus were filmed together in Thailand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Looking forward to it. We did not necessarily love the finale because of how it was open. It wasn't final.
Yeah,
it was like. So this is like a mid-season finale, and the rest of the episode should be coming in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's not what happened, obviously. So looking forward to this. More Kirsch. Ain't nothing wrong with more Kirsch.
Absolutely.
All right. So that is it for our news. We're going to take a short break and get into our review for Now You Three Me. Now You Don't. This week we watched Now You Three Me, aka Now You See Me, Now You Don't. It is the third of the Now You See Me franchise. It came out November 14th, 2025. The director is Ruben Fleishner. He directed those. Once I saw what he directed, I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense. Zombieland and the Zombieland sequel. I've not seen any one of those. He directed the OG Venom movie.
Okay.
And Let There Be Carnage. Right. And then he also directed Uncharted. Now, the reason why I said
Uncharted was entertaining.
Uncharted was entertaining. I like it. It's supposed to get a sequel, but we have not heard anything about that. The reason why I said some of this makes sense is because I didn't realize Jesse Eisenberg and Woody Harrelson were both in Zombieland movies, and then Woody Harrelson was also in Let There Be Carnage. So there's the thing here, where he works with people he likes. No? You don't think so?
No. Yes. Yeah. Okay. No, that's the thing.
Okay. You just say, is this a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's...
Your brain was churning. He was thinking about it real long.
When you listed out his filmography, that made a lot more sense.
Okay.
I'll save that for my non-spoiler thoughts.
Okay, fair enough. I don't disagree with you. I don't even know what your non-spoiler thoughts even are yet. So, casting characters, Now You Three Me, include all the OGs from the original. So, Jesse Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson, Dave Franco, Isla Fisher. Is that how you say her first name? Isla Fisher?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then we also have Morgan Freeman. We also have our new crew in this movie played by Justice Smith, Dominic Sessa, and Ariana Greenblatt.
Yes.
And then our villain is Rosamund Pike.
Yes.
Which you probably already knew. So that is all of everybody that I will mention in this movie. Runtime of 1 hour and 52 minutes, just a hair longer than the previous movies, but not by much. Budget of $90 million. Box office so far, so domestically, 8.4 million opening day. And then it's projected to do 21 to 24 million domestically over the weekend. Okay. And then I think I saw that it is going, China apparently loves this movie. Or loves these movies. So the overseas numbers is probably gonna be pretty good. So it may get close to its budget opening weekend.
Okay, cool.
Unlike another movie that also opened this weekend that we did not see. It's about a man who runs really fast. Hey. It's not doing good. Y'all should go see Running Man and this at the same time, because that one needs some help. But we ain't here to talk about that movie. Ratings for Now You Three Me, B+, which is actually the lowest of the franchise. Okay. Now B+ for this movie is kind of like middling, like you kind of went a little higher. The previous two movies got A-. So
yeah, that makes sense.
That does make sense to me though.
Yeah.
Like I was like, yeah, this makes sense. Now what don't make sense to me is these Rotten Tomatoes percentages.
Okay.
This one has a 58 in the critics, a 81 in the audience. Sure. Okay.
That makes sense for this type of film.
Nah, wait till I read the other two.
Okay.
The first one has a 51 for critics and a 70 for audience. Okay. And then the second one has 34 for critics, 53 for audience.
You know what? This is a different audience.
Sure.
That's
got to be it.
It's been 12 years, 10 years?
Yes.
9 years?
Over a decade.
A decade. Different audience.
Different audience. And I also think there might be some recency bias.
There were a lot more kids. There were a lot of kids in this movie who weren't alive or weren't old enough to have an interest in Now You See Me, the original films, because they're 14. So that means that the last movie came out when they were 4. So it's a different audience.
It is. I don't agree with that, but we can get to that in our review. So Now You See Me 2 came out 2016. So it's almost been a decade.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So 9 years.
Yeah.
So if the 9-year-olds didn't get it.
The little boy and a granny sitting next to us. Little boy didn't exist when Now You See Me 2 came out.
He couldn't have.
So
he almost got called out for being on his phone.
So if he was polled for the Rotten Tomatoes and the audience score,
but yeah,
it's different. He seemed to like it.
80. So as if you go by just the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, it is number 3, number 1, number 2.
Okay.
But if you go by the cinema score, it's number 1, number 2, number 3.
Interesting.
Number 1 and number 2 being tied.
Okay.
So one of them is right. One of them is not so right, in my opinion.
Interesting.
But we will talk about that in our review. All right, Jake, hit us with the plot.
The plot of Now You Three Me is the Eye.
Yes.
Has regathered the horsemen. We still don't know who the Eye is. The High Table.
Right. It is very high table. Oh, that's funny.
It's very high table because we don't know who the Eye is. It is very high table.
That's funny.
So the Eye. What if the Eye is just Mark Ruffalo? Anyway, the Eye is just one man operation.
This movie would have that kind of thing going on.
The Eye has regathered the horsemen and teamed them up with a younger group of magicians. They are not sure why they have been teamed up together.
It's a mystery.
But they have been teamed up together, and they are targeting Rosamund Pike, who is a famous diamond and arms dealer.
Right. She's more known for her diamonds, less for the arms.
And they're staging a heist, but they're unsure why they have to do the heist with the younger crew.
Exactly.
Yeah. And hijinks ensue.
And shenanigans. Both.
Yes.
There's plenty of both. More hijinks because this is a magic movie. But there's also some sprinkling of shenanigans.
So there's a mystery. They know that they have to perform a heist against Rosamund Pike, but they're unsure why they have to do so with each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. That was a good summary of our plot. We're going to hop into our non-spoiler thoughts here. I'm going to let you go first.
Okay, non-spoiler thoughts for Now You Three Me. I thought this movie was entertaining.
Okay.
Me personally, I do think it's the weakest of the three for me. And the reason I think it's the weakest of the three is because it has way too many people in it. And a lot of the people that are in it are unnecessary. Mm-hmm. I do think the movie would have been much better if it was just the Horsemen.
Yep.
And
ding, ding, ding.
one of the newer characters, because this is the non-spoiler, but
that will make sense later.
It would make sense later.
Yeah.
I think only one of the characters needed to be carried over into the film with the Horsemen.
Mm-hmm.
The film didn't really get started until the Horsemen showed up, which is interesting because that was like 25 minutes into the movie.
Yeah, it felt a little
before we
while.
got the team together.
Right, because you kind of waiting for them, right? You kind of like, I know the rest of y'all here. Where they at?
Yeah, and they showed it in the trailer. They show in the trailer that Jesse Eisenberg is the one who is introduced to the young crew. Mm-hmm. And then it seems, they show in the trailer that they all kind of stumble into each other on the same operation. Correct. Once that scene hit, I was like, okay, great. The movie is starting. I do think it was, okay, so here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the movie was the strongest of the three.
Okay.
But I do think this is the best the Horsemen have been in all three movies. Yeah, I think like older, it worked. It worked bringing them back after so long.
Okay.
It still worked for me. I still like this cast of characters.
Okay.
I think that they used the Horsemen well. I just think that it was a real missed opportunity for the new crew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I echo almost exact same thoughts. Now, the reason why I had you go first was because you didn't rewatch the other two before.
Yeah.
So I was curious if you was going to have some kind of like recency bias or whatnot.
Okay.
Or if you want to try to compare all three. I have seen all three of these in the last 7 days.
Yes. You've seen all them all together.
I watched one on Monday or Tuesday and the other one on Thursday. And then we saw this on Friday. So, with that being said, I actually have almost the exact same thoughts.
Oh.
The movie is an entertaining popcorn flick.
Yeah.
But it's not doing nothing new. It's not even doing nothing new from the first and the second one.
I'll add.
They borrowing from the first and the second one.
I'll add.
Yes.
I'm more interested in where this goes next.
Okay. Sure. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's kind of giving, what was the movie that had the sequel and we were like, ooh, don't go back, go forward.
Yeah.
I know what you did last summer.
I know what you did last summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end, you were kind of like, sure, I'll keep going on with this.
Sure.
Why not? I don't want to go backwards.
I don't want to go back.
I would like to go forwards. So the cast, like you said, the cast is almost at the point of being too big.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of people in this and it really could have just been like the Horsemen and a +1.
Yeah.
And I feel like the movie, you could have had the same movie, to be honest.
You could have.
You didn't need 3 new people.
Yeah.
But, shout out to the extra 2 people that got a check.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you. Now, one thing that I am it's a kind of a pet peeve for me when it comes to movies is the new crew. Now, if I had not watched one, I'm glad I watched 1 and 2 because, well, this is going to sound stupid. I'm glad I watched 1 and 2 so I can be caught up. Now, I don't think you necessarily need to watch 1 and 2 to watch 3, but because I did, to me, the new people were like, you know how I don't like the new young crew?
Right.
That's exactly what they are. Now, if I wouldn't have watched the first 2, I wouldn't have had that because they all would have been new to me.
Yeah.
But now that I've seen the first 2, it does the whole, oh, it's the new crew and they're young and they're arrogant and they not as smart. I mean, I won't say not as smart. They've got that arrogance about them. I don't like that when it comes to new crews. And that's what this movie does. But because the Horseman dynamic is so good, it offsets it. So it was fine. I did not like all 3 of them. And I will tell you which one I did not like. When we get to that point. But there's enough of the Horsemen in this to where the fact that my least favorite thing in the movie, New Young Crew, existed was fine. I was able to work it out.
I don't mind New Young Crews in movies, but the issue with this New Young Crew is that I didn't feel that they were essential in the film. Okay. So a lot of the film, I was wondering why they were here because we already had very capable horsemen, 5 at this point.
Yes.
And by the end of the film, there's always a twist because every Now You See Me movie, there's an overarching trick that runs through in the background of the whole film that reveal.
Leads up, right. Mm-hmm.
Same thing for this movie. So it's formula.
But sticking to it.
The twist at the end of this
didn't require all 3 of them.
No. The twist at the end of this was the only justification for the new crew being there.
Agree.
And for that, I felt like that's not good.
I would have liked the twist to been not spoilery. The twist is not related to the 4 Horsemen. I would have preferred the twist being related to the 4 Horsemen because that's who I'm here for. Ultimately,
I actually have no negatives about the 4 Horsemen.
None.
None.
And I like the fact that the movie did make them rusty.
No,
so they all still pretty capable. There's some attempt to be like, trying to teach an old dog new tricks, but it don't even work. Like the horsemen are like, no,
I never got the thought that even though they stopped being horsemen, I never got the impression that they stopped doing magic.
Right. They
never
still
lost
good.
Their skills.
Exactly. Yeah. And I like that the movie did make them, they're all old and rusty and not as good.
Yeah.
Not quite. So I appreciate whoever didn't write that into the movie, because a lot of movies do that and this one didn't. But yeah, I'm here for the horsemen.
Yeah.
And I feel like the movie could have just focused on the horsemen, not these 3 new people. But anywho, I get that in my dislike section. So, and my next note says the horsemen are still the highlight of the movie though, so that's why I mostly enjoyed it. One character plot, one thing that happened to one particular character seemed unnecessary. I don't know why we do this in movies. There's another, I will name this movie later, that did this, and I'm kind of like, you ain't need to do that. Okay. It's totally unnecessary. But I'm glad another character had some resolution. It's mentioned in the beginning, it's resolved in the end, and I'm like, okay. They don't completely do away with what y'all did with this other character.
Right.
But I'll give you a half point for that.
Yeah, and that to that point that we're leaving as a mystery to the end, that has other issues with another character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang.
That creates another problem with another character for me in the movie.
So maybe
big problem.
Maybe not as good. And then I agree with Jay. It's not as good as the first one. I don't know if they ever captured that magic.
The tricks in the first one were nonsensical, but they made more sense.
They just felt more fun.
Yeah, they felt more fun in the first one.
Yeah, I feel like this is getting a little, and we talked about this and how it relates to like a lot of people, bringing a lot of people into a franchise like Fast and the Furious. They get real close to that line of being Fast and Furious-ficationized.
Which is interesting because...
And I'm like, come on, let's reel it back a little bit.
So the first movie was the guy who did the last Fast and Furious film and the one that's not coming out.
Okay. You know who did the second Now You See Me?
Wicked.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It is interesting because they're 2 totally different movies.
Yeah.
But he does good. I guess John Chu does good with big cast though. Like,
it's true.
Yeah. I would say Now You See Me 2 had a pretty sizable cast and different, like big, you had Dan Radcliffe, Michael Caine. Yeah. I mean, you had like big people. So he does good with that, which makes sense why Wicked works so well with all those big people. And then accents. Woof. Jesus. There's 2 particular characters have accents in this.
You didn't like Rosamund Pike's impersonation of Flula Borg?
Terrible. As soon as she started talking, my first thought was, I hope this is fake. Like, I know it's fake in real life, but I was like, I hope her character's faking.
No, it wasn't great.
She's not faking. Her character talks like this the whole movie. And I'm like, who suggested this?
Yeah, Rosamund Pike's South African accent.
Yeah, let me just double check. What's her character South African?
South African accent's already jarring, but fake South African accents by British people.
Right. So the movie centers around a diamond, right? And a lot of it takes place in South Africa. Mm-hmm. And on Wikipedia, it doesn't say her character Veronica is South African, but I think that's the accent she was going for.
I couldn't tell whether she was South African or German because of the Nazi connections they were making.
Well, I think the Nazi connection was more like they helped. There's it's funny.
She's probably South African because of the twist, which we'll get to.
Okay. Yeah. I did not like it.
I didn't like it either.
Oh,
but that makes sense.
As soon as she started talking, I'm like, Roseman, who convinced you that this was okay? You're so good at things,
not this.
She should have protested against this. And this movie wouldn't have had any difference if she didn't have that janky accent.
No, it wouldn't have.
I mean, it wouldn't have made it better, but it definitely
No, yeah.
Anyway, it was not needed, essentially, is what I'm saying. So those are all my non-spoiler thoughts. Do you have anything else to say non-spoilery about this movie?
No.
All right, let's hop right into the spoiler thoughts. In 3 and 2 and 1. And because this movie is so big, I have grouped our characters. So first we're going to talk about the new horsemen, or the newbies. I guess they don't technically become horsemen till the end. Mm-hmm. Charlie, Bosco, and June. So Charlie and Bosco and June are played by, Charlie is Justice Smith, Dominic Sessa is Bosco, and Ariana is June.
Okay.
Sure. They were there.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
So I'll just very quickly sum up my thoughts about the
Sure. Let's go.
Hated Bosco.
Did not like Bosco 2%.
Nothing against the actor, but Bosco was a terribly written character. I have a real issue with. There's nothing wrong with the new young crew teaming up with the old crew and then doing the whole "I'm young, you're old" quips. I don't care about that because that's it's vanilla.
Right. It's a common thing.
I don't care about that because I expected that. I mean, they even did it in Bad Boys. They always do it. New young crew always has to go against the old crew and remind the old crew how old they are and outdated.
I do not like that trope. But
go ahead. I mean, I don't care.
I hate it so much.
The issue with Bosco is that I have an issue with characters who are the audience is told over and over again how this character is supposed to look up to these people, but then when they meet the people that has shaped their whole entire personality. Bosco's whole entire life has been shaped by studying the Horsemen and impersonating the Horsemen. And then the very first chance he meets a Horseman, he says, "Oh, we don't need him. We're better." What?
Why do we need him? So when we get to when we are introduced to this trio, they are putting on a show, but they are using cameras to act like they are the Four Horsemen.
They're still in their identities.
Basically,
to do heist.
Copyright infringement. Yeah. Of somebody's face and personality.
It's criminal. It's felony.
Yes.
Fraud. You're stealing.
So their whole show, they're running a whole show just with cameras, but they're using the Four Horsemen to do the show, essentially, while they running around stealing people's pickpocketing and all that other jazz.
Yeah.
So when they finally meet Atlas, who shows up to come get them because they all got this card, he's like, Bosco's kind of like, "Oh, well, we can do it on our own, or we don't really need you, or you can get out, or blah, blah, blah." And it's like, you literally stole this man's likeness.
You stole his likeness.
What are you talking about?
You've shaped your whole identity,
career around him,
around being just as good as he is. And then he comes to you and says, "The eye has sent me to you." I mean, he's a jerk. He's always a jerk.
Right.
But he's like Tony Stark. So he comes to you like, "The eye has sent me to you. This is supposed to be an incredible opportunity. You guys are eye stands. You always wanted to be part of the high table. Ooh. They finally come for you." And his first thought is, "You're old and washed. We could do this without you."
That's literally like Ballerina meeting John Wick and going,
right.
You're like, it's John Wick.
It's John Wick, and you're literally only successful because you're stealing my identity.
It is the Baba Yaga.
So I hate characters that are like that. He was poorly written.
Yeah.
And then I thought it was going to pay off because I'm like, okay, he's cocky just like Atlas is.
Right.
But Atlas is a great magician. So Bosco is going to prove his worth by being a really good magician. And he had a scene where he was really going to do that. And then everybody else showed him up. And then Atlas beat him at his own trick. So then he didn't even prove his worth as a magician in the group.
I will give the movie credit because I thought that Bosco was going to outshow Atlas. And Atlas at the end was kind of like, wah, wah, wah.
And then Bosco got mad.
Right.
Because he got whooped in his own.
Why do we write this character?
In his own magic trick.
Right. Why do we write this character like this? There was no additional nothing to add to this movie to have this character.
And then he never did any. He's supposed to be somebody that the eye has sent to be a horseman. And by the end of this movie, he becomes a horseman.
Right.
But he does no impressive magic in the entire movie.
Not like the Four Horsemen did in the other movies.
The opening sequence was all digital effects. He didn't do any magic. He does good impersonations. That's not magical.
That's not magic.
And then in the third act, he did a car chase with no magic.
Not magical.
So he didn't do anything. And then when he had his moment to shine against Atlas, he got beat by all the horsemen. Because everybody joined in and did something more impressive than him.
Right.
So
and he was doing something with car. I'm like, is that all you gonna do?
Yeah. So it's like this character is poorly written because he doesn't deserve the personality that he has because he doesn't have the skill set to match it.
Right. And it added nothing to the movie.
But the rest of the horsemen, I didn't have an issue with the rest of the horsemen other than the fact that I don't think they should have been in the movie.
Right.
Because the movie did not utilize them well.
Right.
The end of the movie justified them being there, which I think is...
We can save that.
Which is fine.
Right.
But the movie just did not give them anything to do. They gave everything to the OG horsemen, which I was fine with.
Because that's who I'm there for.
But I was like, why are they here?
Right. I actually have the exact same thoughts. I ain't really got nothing to add, but June and Charlie were there, like you said, for the end, and we really only needed one of them. And I'll save which one for when we get to the ending, but it was just kind of like, y'all didn't need to.
I don't know why a lot of the new crew for the beginning, for most of the movie with the new crew, they put the focus on Bosco, and he seemed to be the least interesting and the least talented of the group.
Right. And I guess it was supposed to be like misdirection, but I'm like,
but he was supposed to be their Atlas.
Somebody should have directed that character off the page.
Yeah, Atlas was actually good at what he was doing.
Right.
So, yeah.
And I like that they kept Atlas like Atlas typically is.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Yeah, speaking of, anything else for the new people?
That's it.
All right, going to the OG. So we have Atlas, Henley, Jack, Merritt, and I had +1 because she technically wasn't an OG in the first one. Is she OG in the second one? Lula shows up.
Lula.
Now, I've watched the second movie, and I don't particularly care for, what's her name?
Lizzie Kaplan.
I don't particularly like her when she shows up and things. So when she showed up in the second one, I was like, oh my God, I got to watch her whole movie. She's not, I don't know this girl, but actress-wise, she just give off annoying. And it's not funny annoying. It's not like, haha, I'm laughing annoying. She had a funny exchange in the second one where they go to the vault where the chip is or whatever.
You like the doctor sequence?
I like the doctor sequence where they find out that she's the doctor and Jesse Eisenberg is the Buffy, the floozy that she thought was supposed to be her.
Right.
So that was all good. But her like ad-libbing and stuff, I'm like, girl, shut up. So in this one, they bring her back. She does like a rescue the day type situation. And she's good here. I enjoyed her more in this one.
Why? Because she was only at half of the movie?
Yes. Than the second one. She has a good scene where she helps the team out, but all her ad-libbing, could have cut it out. Her relationship with Jack, whatever, I don't care. Jack don't need her. Jack could go get him anybody else.
Jack was just sad.
Jack was sad because he lost, I guess, his other job, his flashier job.
Yeah. And
then, him and Lula had broke up over the time. So I'm glad that they worked their thing out or whatever. But I liked Lula way more in this one than I did in the second one.
Yeah.
As far as the other OG horsemen, I like that they kept them still capable. They still work good together as a unit. The camaraderie is there, but also the like tension and the jokes and the jabs and all that is still there. They could have done this movie with just these 5 and we would have been okay.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, if you like them in the first movie and you like them in the second movie, you will like them just as much in this movie because they don't do any type of weird character flipping and changing and all that. They keep them the same, and you like these movies because you like these characters as they are.
I liked the new, not the new crew. I liked the OG Horsemen.
Yes.
As I usually do in these movies. Mm-hmm. I also liked the fact that they had not seen each other since 2016.
Yes. So this movie takes place in the same amount of time, like in real life that has passed, and they have broken up essentially, like the Beatles. Yeah. Like going back to our Marvel reference, they broke up like the Beatles for a very particular reason. I guess we can say what the reason. That's not a spoiler. So they went to do not Lula.
And not Henley.
So
clearly just Atlas, Jack, and Merritt and Dylan.
Yeah. So Henley went off to have a life. She married with 3 kids.
Yeah.
Lula and Jack broke up. Lula went to Paris, so they're not together. So the remaining 3 went to do with Dylan. Went to do a job in Russia to do something with the arms dealer. Expose the arms dealer, Russian arms dealer. They messed up. It didn't go as planned, and Dylan is now locked up in a Russian prison.
In the gulag.
For life. Like they can't get him out because they got caught and the rest of them got to escape. So they kind of disbanded after that. Merritt is off somewhere drinking on Mexican beaches all day. And Jack is doing cruise
ship magic.
So he's a cruise ship comedian.
We don't know what Atlas is doing.
And Atlas is just floating.
Atlas.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Making a living.
He's the Ethan Hunt of the group.
Being a barista. So we don't.
Whatever.
They don't really mention. But, right. But they broke up and it's obviously been some time. And I think June points it out like, hey, what's going on? And then that's when we get the exposition of what happened. Yeah. But even though they haven't been together, they come back real easily. And then they don't spend like half the movie being like, I hate you and I hate you. And they, they kind of just come back together like, hey, we the 4 horsemen. We know how this goes.
I like that they left off where we last left off with them. Because that means there isn't any off screen or anything behind the scenes or anything that happened in the span of the years when they weren't together that they have to exposit or we have to like catch up with.
Exactly.
They were just re-meeting each other. Just like the audience was getting back with them, they were getting back with each other. So I like that. Yep. I like that they were all skilled and capable. I did like that they all had lives.
Yes.
I liked the fact that it was a mystery. They didn't know why they were all brought back together yet. I was expecting it to be a better twist.
Okay.
I was hoping that, we're in spoilers. I was hoping that one of them would be bad.
See, I was hoping they weren't going to do that.
And it didn't even have to be the OG Horseman. I thought it could have been one of the new ones.
Oh, that would have been fine.
That would have been perfect. If one of the new ones, and it should have been Bosco.
Sure.
Because I already hated him.
I was waiting for something to pop with Bosco and nothing ever
I already hated him, but he hadn't proved his worth. So I was like, you might as well just be a double cross.
I would have been fine with that. Totally fine with that.
I thought it was going to be a better twist that they were getting they all got together. And the movie also laid the groundwork for a secondary villain. Yeah. That I thought was going to play that they should have just went with.
Okay.
The secondary villain should have been a completely separate entity.
Okay.
That they should have went with.
Okay.
That secondary, I like the fact that, I mean, because where they were going with the secondary villain is that maybe the secondary villain didn't have anything to do with them, so somebody else was around that, and I was like, this is
somebody else is doing something different.
These are great things to leave open for a fourth film,
right?
Off-screen villain that we didn't really see in this movie,
right?
He comes into the picture in the next one,
and like the Horsemen and the New Horsemen, like. Yeah, trampled what he was trying to do, so they come back later.
Like, then movie 4, they tease movie 4. It's like whoever was pulling the strings for Roseman Pike, we now have to deal with because they're worse. But they flopped that.
Yeah, they did. They signed, sealed, delivered, and threw it in the ocean. Chucked it.
The last thing I'll say about the OG Horseman is that my standout is Merritt. Merritt was almost better in this than he's ever been in the other ones.
Okay,
he was good.
As somebody who has just seen the other two, I liked Woody Harrelson's character. Merritt, his brother Chase was an interesting thing to experience in that second movie with the twin. I was like, what why did y'all hire somebody else? Woody Harrelson just want to play twins.
That's what I meant when I said, like, I think this is the best the Horsemen have been in the movies.
Yeah,
like,
Merritt was more funny in this. I think he had, I don't know if they changed writers or something, but he had some more, and he even had like kind of a more of a serious moment for like a 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But all that was good.
Yeah.
He was standout for me.
And it wasn't just because he was playing against younger people. Most of his scenes were alone.
Yes, so or really with the villains, right? Or with the other horsemen.
Yeah,
and it had nothing to do with the new people.
Yeah, so he was good. Merritt was very good in this.
Yes. Yeah. Agree. All right. Next up, we have Veronica Vandenberg, who is played by Rosamund Pike with a terrible accent. Now, as a villain, she's fine. She running the mill. She's not very menacing to me, to be honest.
No,
and you actually thought for a second that maybe she wasn't bad. That's how unmenacing she was.
I thought for a second that maybe she wasn't bad. The issue with this villain is that they made a mistake by showing her being manipulated very early on. So it makes her not seem like the threat. She didn't seem like the overarching.
Kind of the second scene we see. Right?
Yeah. Once the second scene we get with her, we find out she's being blackmailed.
Right, and she panics about it.
Instantly, that takes the fear out of her.
Yeah, she
as
wasn't
a standalone villain by herself. I was more worried about who Ghostface on the phone was than I was worried about who Veronica was.
So Veronica gets a call from a literally Ghostface, because he's got the voice thing going on, and we're kind of like, oh man, is there somebody else after like the diamond? And who is this? And this seems totally separate from the Horseman and the Eye situation.
And the build-up was good. The build-up, he was blackmailing her, and then when they steal the diamond and you think maybe he's the one who set it up, because she's like, I know you did this, and he's like, actually I didn't, so you need to fix it.
Right. Because I still want the diamond.
Because I still want to blackmail you.
And now you don't have it, right? So you need to go figure it out.
The build-up was good.
Right. So Rosamund Pike can act, so it wasn't her acting. Her character was just kind of like, okay, regular.
Yeah.
There was no pizzazz, nothing special out, and then she had a terrible accent to boot.
She was being manipulated by the guy on the phone.
Right.
She was being manipulated by Woody Harrelson. Everybody was like manipulating her.
Right, and she's supposed to be like the big bad, and you're just kind of like, girl, ain't nobody afraid of you.
Yeah, she should have been evil. She should have been
super evil.
I mean, we see she's not against murder, but she didn't really show that in this movie.
That happened in the end.
Yeah.
And when you said maybe she's not that bad, I was like, maybe she's just a terrible person.
Yeah.
And maybe she's not actually, I mean, she turns out to be, but you're like,
actually evil. But.
She is actually like Dr. Evil.
Yeah.
But it wasn't enough.
It was a very soft evil.
It wasn't like a Daniel Radcliffe evil.
No, Daniel Radcliffe was a bad person.
Right, like him and Michael Caine together, terrible.
Yeah, they were bad guys.
She was like a medium diet version of that. And
they should have made her stronger.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would have been more of like, ooh, I want to see what's she gonna get, what's coming to her, and you're kind of like, whatever.
Or she should have been directly involved in a character's demise. Then that would have been okay.
Oh yeah,
but
you're right.
She wasn't. So it was kind of like, okay, so why did this character demise?
You're right. I'm gonna get to that, and that's actually the next person. I'm gonna take this other person off.
Okay.
So Thaddeus Bradley is back in this. Morgan Freeman is back in this. Mm-hmm. He plays Thaddeus. He's kind of like the guiding light. He is no longer doing magic per se. He says this. He's just, only thing he does now is for his grandkids. But he gets the gang back together because the card all leads them to the chateau in like Paris or somewhere. Unfortunately, though, after he does what he has been called to do, the police show up on Veronica's orders, I guess, because she got like the police in her back pocket or something. I don't know. It don't matter. We don't need to explain that. He ends up getting shot.
Yes.
And killed.
Yes.
And he dies.
Yes.
And he don't come back at the end.
Yes.
Didn't like that.
No.
Seemed unnecessary. The one thing I like about these movies is that they are low stakes. Right? You just here for a good time, not a long time. Yeah. And it's okay if the bad guys die, but none of the good, like in the previous two, no good people. I mean, outside of Dylan's dad, but that was before the movie started, right? Yeah. During the movie, nobody significant dies, and you kind of like that because it's kind of like, oh, okay, you guys are family. You know each other for a long time. We've learned, we've grown. We haven't seen each other in years. Yeah. And then you come off and kill Thaddeus. Didn't like it.
Yeah.
0 stars for that.
I didn't like the death of Thaddeus, and they made it worse by connecting it to the twist at the end, which I will save. That's a big, huge dislike that I think ruins the ending of the movie and the overall goal of the film.
Interesting.
That ruins it for me.
I'm ready to get to likes and dislikes.
But I'll save it for so my big dislike is I dislike the death of Thaddeus. Okay. My big dislike is
related to the ending.
Related to Thaddeus' death at the end of this movie.
Oh, I think I know where you're going. But we'll get there. We'll get
that ruins the rest of the movie for me.
As far as Morgan Freeman acting, he's Morgan Freeman.
Okay.
Nothing to nitpick about that. He does Thaddeus like he does in the previous movies. He's a little, I guess in the second movie, you find out that Thaddeus is actually a friend of Dylan Rhodes' dad. Mm-hmm. So everybody kind of comes together and we're all friends now. Versus like the first one and most of the second one, you think they're all, enemies or whatnot. Right. So Morgan Freeman's good. Unfortunately, he's only in this for part of the movie because they kill him off. Yeah. And then I was like, he gonna show back up at the end. He don't. Yeah. And that's all I got to say about that is because he died. Yeah. He died. Anything else for any other character?
Nope. That's all my character notes.
All right. Let's jump into our likes and dislikes for this. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
I'll go first. Mine are quick.
Okay.
My likes, I liked the majority of the tricks. I liked the action sequences.
Check.
We're moving further away from like practical explainable magic that makes sense into just like suspend your disbelief sleight of hand.
Fast and Furious.
There's no way you did this with nobody seeing. Like sliding the diamond across the floor. Nobody's that distracted.
It's like the diamond's the size of like a small.
It's the size of a cow heart.
Yeah. so imagine, and it's loud, right? Because it's a diamond. So imagine huge. It sliding across like a hardwood floor, and everybody's supposed to be like,
something is so Jesse Eisenberg's speech is so distracting. We don't see the largest diamond in the world slide across the floor.
I see an ant crawling on the ground when I'm walking my dog. I'm gonna see a diamond.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I notice everything. 9 times 10, I'm not paying attention to what I'm supposed to be paying attention
There's
to.
another trick with a car in a truck that I was like, that's not how that works. That's in my random notes.
Yeah,
I was like, this is not magic. This is just
They kind of explain it with the dust.
No.
And maybe she couldn't see out the window, but no.
Physics.
Yeah.
Trumps whatever the heck that they were trying to do with that. I'm like, I'm going to get that in my random notes.
Altitude when you're going up a ramp.
I can feel if I'm not moving in a car that's in a truck.
Yeah.
I would know. I would be like, the car is not moving.
So...
Anywho.
But I did like the magic. I liked the OG horsemen. Mm-hmm. The dialogue was a little cheesy, but I enjoyed that scene when every movie has a scene where they're all like hanging out, showing each other how good they are at magic. Mm-hmm. And they're using like stage dialogue.
Yeah.
They're talking to each other like a magician would talk to his audience.
It's like a practice show.
Yeah.
Almost.
It's cheesy, but it's fun because I'm like, this is what you guys do.
Right. So, and I was expecting it. If you go into the movie expecting that as the tone, it's fine.
Some movies do like a montage, but this one is like it's like a continuous scene where they're just doing tricks in front of each other.
It's literally like a magic show. Yeah. But it's not a show. It's in like a different setting.
It was cheesy, but I liked it because I'm like, this is your group of magicians. This is what you do.
Right. Yeah. It is cheesy.
Yeah.
But it's expected for this movie.
My dislikes, Bosco. Didn't like Bosco. I think he was terribly written. Nope. I didn't like Rosa Pike's exit. And I think the movie was a little slow up until the horsemen showed up.
Okay.
I don't think it kicked into gear and became really fun.
Right.
Until the horsemen showed up.
Because it's them 3. You don't care about them 3.
And the 3 hadn't done anything impressive yet.
Right.
Not magic wise. I think the opening for this film was the weakest for me because it really didn't involve
magic. Once you find out it's just a video. I don't know
what the definition of magic is now, but it was an illusion. All of it was an illusion. I mean, illusions are magic, I guess. All of it was an illusion, but it was
It wasn't like a cool illusion.
No, it was an illusion anybody can do. Yeah.
Yeah, I was not impressed.
Yeah.
I was not impressed.
And be good at impersonations, I guess.
Right. And this new trio is different than the Like the Horsemen's, their tricks are like, we do things to correct wrongs.
Yes.
Right. We're trying to like give something back to the community or whatnot. These three are just doing tricks to collect the door fee and stash it in a safe.
Yeah.
Like what? And why are y'all hiding out in an apartment? Y'all clearly got the money to pay rent.
That's correct.
What are y'all doing?
So,
what are we doing?
They're just squatting.
And then they made June be a gymnast for no reason.
And they kind of just made her the new Dave Franco. Dave Franco was the one who did all the flippity-dippity Spider-Man stunts.
She is.
But
okay. June was not as cool as...
Her sequences were kind of useless because she wasn't doing it with the Horsemen, and she wasn't a Horseman.
Right.
So,
yeah.
She was just doing it to save herself.
Agree.
Because she got herself caught.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So my likes and dislikes echo a lot of the same. I actually don't think I have anything new to say other than likes camaraderie of the 5 Horsemen. Woody Harrelson was my highlight. Mm-hmm. Dislike the newbies as a unit, especially Basco.
I like that Henley and Lula knew each other.
Oh yes.
And the guys didn't. And I liked the scene.
Didn't know that they knew each other.
I liked the scene where they were like, you know each other? And they were like, we're probably the only female. He was like, how many women magicians do you think there are in the world?
Typical things like that.
She was like, I'm surprised she was like, 3 of us are in a room together. I'm surprised the universe isn't folded in on itself.
Lula. I'll add another like for Lula.
She was funny.
I liked her in this one. I did not particularly care for her in the second one.
They did a good job of Lula making it her storyline that she wasn't contacted. They kind of went to the OG Horseman and left her out. Mm-hmm. And she made a point she was like, I was a horseman too.
and everybody's like, oh yeah.
And when she was like, Henley, why didn't you call me? They were like, how do you guys know each other? That was funny.
Yeah. So the eye just contacts the 4 Horsemen and not Lula. Mm-hmm. And when they have to reach out to Lula for help, she's like, well, what y'all been doing together? Right. Ain't nobody call me.
I love the fact that she was like, I have no idea what the plan is, but we should definitely get Veronica. She was like, we should tie her up.
And they're like, girl, you don't even know what's going on. But she want to stay. Like, she want to be part of the party.
I love when she had good scenes in this one.
She was good in this.
When she rescued Jack and she was like, so nobody called me? And then Merritt was like, I was the only one who asked about.
She was like, Merritt?
She was like, Merritt was the only one who asked about.
So I apologize to Lizzie Chapman. You was good in this.
They did a good job in this one.
Every other movie I don't know, but you growing on me, girl. You growing on me, girl. That I can definitely say that. All right, so now that we've done our likes and dislikes, let's get into the ending. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna try to keep this short and brief.
Okay.
So the ending is you
can just explain the twist, I guess, because that's all that matters.
Okay, so we learned. I'll go back just for a second. We learned that the Vanderbergs are not good people, right? They've been working with the Nazis, warlords. Mm-hmm. They basically cleaned the bad people's cash through selling diamonds. Mm-hmm. Okay. So Veronica's keeping up her father's business. Now we learned from Merritt that, because he's reading Veronica, and I think somebody had Googled her, that Veronica's dad, I don't know how he died, maybe natural causes, but Veronica's mom killed herself. Mm-hmm. And then not too long after that, Veronica's housekeeper and the housekeeper's son died in a car accident because the rumor is that somebody cut the brakes on the car. So Veronica's just living her life like it's golden. She keeps saying, you could look at all my financials, this, that, and the third. Like, you'll never, everything is clean with me. Everything is fine.
And that's why I thought that maybe she wasn't bad, because she was and even she was convinced. Yep. She was very open about, I haven't done anything wrong.
There's nothing to hide.
Do all the looking into me that you want.
Right.
There's nothing to hide. So I was like, wow, she's really confident. So.
Right. Now, the reason why she can say this is because she is under the impression that the housekeeper and the son of the housekeeper died in a car crash. Mm-hmm. That is her dirty secret, because come to find out, the kid did live, and that kid is Justice Smith.
Yeah.
So Justice Smith is the Mark Ruffalo of this movie.
Who, for some reason... I don't know. When he reveals himself, he also speaks in a terrible South African accent, even though he doesn't.
So we went from one bad accent to 2.
He just goes back to his South African accent for the confrontation with Veronica, and then just goes back to being American
at the end of the movie.
For the rest.
So
of the
lucky us. So we get 2 bad accents going back and forth in the final scenes of the movie. He's basically telling her, like, I lived, you deserve to die. I set this whole thing up so I can get back at you. much how Mark Ruffalo's motivation was totally different. Mark Ruffalo set all this up so he can get the Four Horsemen together, right?
Right.
Justice Smith set this all up so he can get the Four Horsemen's help to get back at Veronica. So she tries to kill him. Pew, pew. Like literally shoots that man once. And he does like the catching bullet trick. And then she tried to shoot him again. And it's like a fake gun, obviously. Because Juna and Bosco are also in on this. And they've been helping him set this whole thing up. So the big reveal is that they are actually at a magic show. Veronica thinks she has been transported to her vault to put the diamond back, but she's actually just been in a semi truck in her car, and they did like a whole bunch of things to make her think that she was actually going to her vault. And the person she takes the gun from was actually Bosco. Obviously the gun is fake, whatever. She gets revealed to be a horrible person and also an attempted murderer because she definitely tried to off.
I mean, she is a murderer too, I guess.
Yes, because she technically is responsible for the housekeeper's death.
Yeah.
And it's maybe her mama too. We don't know. Yeah. We don't get to the bottom. We gonna say that the mama actually did.
I think she did. I think her mom did kill herself.
Right, and her mom killed herself because the husband, dad, was cheating.
For killing the mistress.
Was cheating with the housekeeper. So mom was like, "I'm out for this."
But she liked her brother. That was interesting.
Yeah, so
she was
Veronica seems to make it seem like she had a good relationship with
she knew the brother was innocent,
Charlie.
But she did hate the mistress.
And she didn't realize that Charlie was going to be in a car. So she was like, I only meant to kill your mama.
Yeah.
Not you and your mama. And it's like, girl, that doesn't make it better.
No. But
she tried to act like it did. Obviously, Charlie ain't down for that. They do the whole reveal and let her know that, oh, she's actually at a magic show. And of course, the audience is there and whatnot. And it's the big whole end of kind of how all the Now You See Me ends, where there's like a dialogue with the new people and then the horsemen and everybody does a cute little speech. Bah, 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 bah. Veronica goes to jail for her crimes. And the 7 horsemen at this point, so the 4 horsemen emblem in lights in the sky changes to just say the horsemen, right?
It changed to an H because it's no longer 4 horsemen because it used to be a 4.
Right. Now it's like an H. So we are led to believe that now the 7 of them are now horsemen. Yeah. Now, as we get to like the final scenes of the movie, our OG 4 plus Lula, I call it OGs. Lula's an OG. They are kind of about to disband and go on their separate ways or whatever. And the new horsemen, we don't know what they're about to do. I guess be magicians, else be the new version of the horsemen. We don't know. Anywho, they're all about to go their separate ways, and then the package gets delivered. They open it up, and it's a little trick trap puzzle piece or whatever. They clank, 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 clank. Open it up, and out comes Mark Ruffalo.
Hologram of Mark Ruffalo.
Yes, and he's like, gotcha, I'm actually not in prison. I just needed y'all to think that I was in prison so that y'all could, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I was waiting for him to explain why they needed to know, think that he was in prison for all this time. Nope. Didn't explain it. I was like, that was one of my other like, what?
Mark Ruffalo, his character lies a lot, so Dylan is a liar.
But he usually lies for the horseman's benefit. Yeah. So the fact that he led them to believe that he was stuck in prison in Russia, and then they disbanded because of that, did make no sense to me. No. But anywho, I was glad that Mark Ruffalo actually wasn't in jail. Because I was like, I actually like Dylan's character. So the fact that he got trapped in jail because y'all was some fools, I didn't like that part of the story. But he's actually not in jail. He's alive. And then the movie basically ends with, y'all thought y'all were done? Nope, I got something new and great for you. Are y'all ready? So basically they are setting up for another movie where I'm assuming we will get all 7 people now as horsemen doing another Fast and Furious movie. Ding, ding, ding. And that was how it ended. And Morgan Freeman didn't come back. Yeah. And I was waiting. There wasn't even no after credit scene. They wrapped that all up in one movie. Yeah. Which, I mean, we didn't need after. Mark Ruffalo would have been the after credit scene. They just made it at the end of the movie. So it worked.
So the twist. I didn't like the ending of the movie. I think the ending of the movie ruined the rest of the film for me. I walked out of this movie. Yeah. We had a conversation when I walked out of this movie, and I was like, he's with Justice Smith being the character who orchestrated the heist, the through line heist through the whole film. And we were like, oh, it's just like Mark Ruffalo did. Mark Ruffalo was really the master magician who organized the whole heist through the first through line of the film.
But the motivations was totally different.
So yeah, Justice Smith was the one, just like Mark Ruffalo, in the first film who organized the heist. He was the one lying about his identity, and he tricked everybody. And I was like, oh, okay, so it's very much like the first film. The issue is Mark Ruffalo didn't get anybody killed.
No, he did not.
And there were multiple, and they kind of like buried the knife in with Justice Smith's character being responsible for Thaddeus's death for several reasons. And I think they kind of ruined Justice Smith's character by revealing more and more at the end about how. So the thing is, Justice Smith's character was responsible for Morgan Freeman's death.
Yes,
that's just what it is.
It is
because Thaddeus got a card. Turns out Justice Smith was the one who was giving the tarot cards to all the OGs to lead them together.
The chateau.
He also gave a tarot card to Thaddeus. Telling Thaddeus that he had to prepare the house. For the Horsemen to solve the mystery. The mystery that was set up by Justice Smith.
He was already there.
The house was already prepared by Justice Smith because this whole thing was orchestrated. So Thaddeus left his grandchildren, who he mentions in the film, to do this unnecessary task that was set up by Justice Smith, in which he got shot and died.
Because the police show up looking for the four horsemen, and one of them shoots as Thaddeus is about to do a trick to disappear.
So while Thaddeus is bleeding out and dying, I'm wondering if Charlie's character is like, I killed you. I'm responsible for you dying, and your grandchildren will never see you again because I involved you unnecessarily in this where you did not have to be.
Thaddeus didn't even need to be in the movie.
The house didn't need to be prepared because this was a setup by Justice Smith, who already rigged the house for fooling the horsemen.
Because what did Thaddeus actually do?
Nothing. He came to be shot and killed because Justice Smith brought him here to be shot and killed.
Did not like that.
I also didn't like the fact that after Thaddeus died, Atlas and Henley were like, we're done. We're just going to get Merritt back. They're like, we're done with the heist. The heist means nothing to us.
Right.
We want to save Merritt.
Because people are dying.
We want to save Merritt.
Right.
And keep him alive. And Justice Smith's character was the one that was like, no, you can't just save Merritt. You have to go through the whole heist because my whole life I looked up to you guys.
You guys were doing good.
You've killed one of our friends, and now you're continuing to manipulate us.
To do your cause.
For your heist. And our people are dying, and you're still lying to us about the fact that you're responsible for Thaddeus dying. This whole thing is a lie.
Henley got 3 kids at home.
Even Henley's got 3 kids at home.
What are we doing?
What if Henley got shot?
You're right. You are right.
And it makes no sense at the end when he does the reveal, and they're like, "That's a really good trick." Thaddeus is dead.
And they never bring Thaddeus back.
Thaddeus is dead because of this useless trick. Also
useless setup.
Another thing.
Yeah.
Being an heir means nothing in business. You do not inherit a business because you are the last living descendant of a dead person.
They didn't even the dad didn't even recognize that the kid was his.
The Hope Diamond is not owned by the Vanderburg family. It's owned by Vanderburg Incorporated, which you are not a member of because it is run by a board, which you have to be elected on.
We did see
in order to his whole speech at the end, like, oh, I'm going to take this diamond and sell all the assets. Yeah, good luck convincing the board to elect you head.
Yeah.
To sell all of their assets.
I didn't even think of that.
Being the sole heir, a paternity test. Woo, you get what? An inheritance of cash. You don't get the Hope Diamond.
This is not like Tron.
It's not even when Bruce Wayne came back to Gotham and it was revealed that he didn't die in whatever mysterious circumstances they thought he died off.
Yeah, he had to buy his company back.
He didn't just walk in and own Wayne Enterprises.
I'm back, guys.
He actually had to, and then in the third movie he lost it again. Marion Cotillard took it. So being an heir doesn't mean anything in business.
Oh, Bruce.
His plan about selling the assets and restoring the world, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, his whole thing was like, I'm going to take down all the evil lords. I'm going to get everything to charity, and what's ever left over. Oh, no, I'm going to give things back to the South African community. Yeah. And then what's left over goes to the audience. Goodbye. I'm like, wait, where's my check at?
You actually don't.
Where's my check?
You have access to none of this.
Right, because you're right.
You can't even walk into the Vanderburg building.
We do meet the board at the beginning, and it is like 20 of them.
Yeah.
You're right. And even Veronica had to convince them through bullying, but even she had to convince them to do whatever she wanted.
Greta Lee was the CEO of the organization in Tron, and the guard wasn't even going to let her in the building without her pass.
Right.
So like, what do you think Justice Smith's character was going to do just because he proved that he was alive?
They could have done this same plot and we did not need the three of them.
The other movies I think did a better job with the twist.
The first one was personal.
Yeah.
They were trying, or Dylan was trying to get back at Thaddeus for his dad dying.
Yeah.
But in that case, it was like his dad, nobody got killed in the process. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe because somebody got killed in the process unnecessarily, I'm like, you're doing too much. Well, I don't like it.
And the thing is, Mark Ruffalo didn't get anybody killed.
He didn't.
Thaddeus had not died, it would have changed the
Michael Caine just lost his money.
And Michael Caine was a bad guy.
And he was a bad guy.
What
happened in the second one? The second one was...
Michael Caine and Dan Radcliffe got defeated again because they were bad guys.
Right. And they didn't even die.
No.
They didn't even kill the bad guys.
No. If Thaddeus hadn't died, the ending would have been better. But because Charlie got Thaddeus killed,
right,
it makes Charlie a bad character. And you got him killed, and you continued to manipulate his friends to continue the heist for you, not for the greater good.
It was for you.
For you.
Right.
So.
Right. At least when Dylan did it in the first one, he also took down other bad people with it.
Yeah.
Right? Like he took Michael Caine's money and gave it back to the people he took it from.
Dylan faked James Franco's death.
Right. He didn't actually die.
He didn't die. James Franco was in on it.
It is a regurgitation of the first one, but for different unpopular means.
Yeah, it was bad. The twist was bad. The reveal, they should have made the mystery guy on the phone shouldn't have been Charlie. Mm-hmm. It should have been a separate person
that we hadn't met
before.
And that'd be a plot line for the next movie.
Or it could have been one of the new horsemen who was just evil.
Right.
Didn't have anything to do with the kid.
Just being.
And it would have made more sense that it would have been another. It would have made more sense that the mystery guy on the phone was Charlie, who wasn't the brother, but he was just evil. And it would have made more sense because it was like, okay, so Thaddeus died. He was killed by somebody who was bad, not by somebody who we're supposed to believe
is now good.
Who was good and doing it for altruistic purposes.
Right. So now when I see Charlie, I'm gonna see Thaddeus' murderer.
Yeah, I'm gonna see Thaddeus' murderer.
So yeah. So we'll see how this next one leads up, and if everybody comes back, I will not be mad if the new kids don't.
Yeah, and I would think that they would keep the new kids because, like you said, that's the direction they're going in. They obviously want to continue the franchise, and
they're getting a younger audience, I guess.
They did a really good job at proving why the OG Horsemen are still the best parts of this franchise. They did not do a good job at giving us reasons to keep these three around.
If they do another one and OG Horsemen are not in it, I don't think I will.
No, I'm not going to see these three. Charlie's a bad guy.
No,
Charlie's a bad guy and Bosco
and
sucks.
I'm not looking at Bosco for another 2 hours by himself.
Bosco's useless. He does no magic.
No. So listen, y'all better make sure the OGs is back because I am not watching that.
The magicians,
it's just
the
new people. Like if you did a Bad Boy spinoff with just the new people, wouldn't watch it. Yeah. If you did I guess the Fast Furious at this point, everybody an OG because it's like twin movies, so you can't even count that one. But yeah, no, don't y'all do it.
No,
don't you? Because they're obviously doing another one.
Yeah,
like so.
Keep the OGs front and center.
Right. If you're going to add the new people, keep the old people too.
Yeah.
So that's all we got to say. All right. Let's jump into our favorite line or scene. Do you have one?
Do I have a favorite line or scene?
You're going to laugh at which one mine is.
My favorite scene would probably be the diamond heist.
Okay.
When all the cast get together and they all show up.
The big
and
shebang.
They do their different tricks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine is gonna be Lula busting them out of jail.
It was good. I didn't see it coming because I totally forgot about Lula because I did not think
so.
She was
Lula
gonna be in
has
this movie.
a thing where she like dismembers herself.
I forgot.
And in the second movie, she like cuts her hand off. She like bleeding everywhere, and she like dismembers like a bird and put it back together. Like that's her thing, dismemberment.
It's a gross magic.
So when an old lady shows up, and the police are like struggling to get her in the jail cell. She shows up to the same jail cell that the horsemen are at because she's got makeup on and stuff, so you know it's her. As soon as the old lady breaks her arm in half and the other arm just falls off, I was like,
because the movie wasn't gross until that part.
I was like, that's Lula.
It wasn't nasty.
That's Lula because I knew it before she even revealed herself. I was like, that's Lula.
You knew it instantly,
and I didn't get it. And I was like, here come this goofy girl. And sure enough, it's Lula's goofy. So I will say she had one of my favorite scenes in the movie.
They did a good job we were convinced she wasn't going to be in the movie.
Right.
Because they put so much emphasis on bringing Henley back in the Four Horsemen.
Exactly.
So we just expected them to just not even acknowledge Lula.
No.
And especially when they dropped the line that Lula and Jack broke up, we're like, okay, so we're super not going to see
And it's
Lula.
funny because they say he says that she moved to Paris. And then when they go to Paris, I don't even think nothing about it. Didn't make no connection. And even when Henley was like, once the group gets split up and half of them are in jail and half of them are trying to get the other half out of jail, Henley goes, I know somebody who may help. I still was like...
Because they made Henley say it. If Jack had said it, we would have got it. But
right. And that's how...
No idea Henley knew her.
No idea, right? So when they do say they know each other, I was like, oh.
That makes sense.
So when the old lady show up and I'm like, okay, this is obviously some sort of distraction. Who is this? And then her arm breaks in half. I'm like, it's Lula. It's Lula's goofy self here to save the day. And she wasn't even called first. So shout out to her for coming
That's funny.
At a time in need.
She did. She came to break him out of jail.
She sure did. All right. So you have any random notes?
Random notes. I thought the way they were clocking people with those bottles was funny.
Clink, 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 clink.
That is definitely a way how you murder somebody.
Yes.
By hitting them with, and the bottles weren't shattering. So
no, concussions.
Those people did have concussions.
Concussions all around.
And my last random note was the movie started once the Horsemen showed up. I have very many random notes.
I have a few randoms. Okay. Woo girl, this accent.
Yeah, it was bad.
You can't steal somebody's likeness and still be a jerk about it. That was for Bosco.
What's up with that?
They had posters of the Horsemen, like final one night only. And Atlas was like, how do you mean how I found y'all? My poster is up all over the city.
Yeah.
Of course I was going to find you. Henley, girl, you got kids. So I felt like I get why Henley came back. But once she was like, yeah, I'll go to Paris and go find out this mission. Like, girl, you got kids.
Once Thaddeus died, I would have been like, it's time for you to turn around and go home, your mother.
Right. Morgan Freeman dying is a womp and it's the orphan kid's fault.
Yeah.
Somebody would know they're in a car in a truck.
Yeah.
I feel like. So they have this trick where they make Veronica think she's in a dust storm because they blowing sand or whatever behind the truck. And then they move her car into a semi-truck and the semi-truck keeps going. I'm like, I feel like you would know if your car was in a truck.
Yeah.
I just feel like that feels weird. But whatever. I'll suspend my disbelief. And then the last one I'll say is I know who that broken arm girl is. Lula. I was like, I know it's her. All right.
I'm glad they saved the third act for just the Horsemen. Like the final trick was a Horseman trying to escape from the glass tank.
Agree.
Yeah.
Agree. This movie, even though it has the three new people, we spend a good chunk of time with the Horsemen.
Yeah. Once they enter the movie, they pretty much.
And that's who we're there for.
The leads.
Right.
Yeah.
That is who we are there for. Yeah. All right. So that is it for all our random notes, favorite line of scene, ending, and all our likes and dislikes. Let's give our rating out of 5.
I will give this 3 Nicole Kidmans out of 5.
Same.
Yeah.
This is not better than the second one. I know the second one got like the lowest scores on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah. Check that in the bin.
This is the weakest for me.
This one is, and the fact that this has a higher score on Rotten Tomatoes than the other two. Once again, Rotten Tomatoes is a data point. Yeah. It is not the truth or the law.
Right.
This one is definitely the weaker of the 3. I will also give it a 3. Out of 5 Nicole Kidmans. My rankings would be 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, but still entertaining. I
would watch another one.
I would still watch this. I would still recommend people watch this because you still get a good chunk of the Horsemen.
Right, and I would watch another one of these if they keep the Horsemen in it. Now, if they don't, I'm out.
Yeah.
But you keep the Horsemen, I'm good. It's entertaining enough.
I'm interested in seeing a full movie of the 5 Horsemen. The 3 I can give or take. And if anything, they should probably use the 3 less or not at all because there are so many horsemen and a lot of their skills get interchangeable. Like Ariana Greenblatt and James Franco had the same skills, but James Franco was more useful. Ariana Greenblatt was not.
Right.
Bosco and Atlas are supposed to be the same, but Bosco didn't do anything useful in this.
Right.
Atlas did.
Right.
I think Henley and Charlie was supposed to be close, but we don't need Charlie.
We don't need Charlie.
Don't bring Charlie back.
We don't. He's a murderer.
He's a murderer.
Classified.
And there's no way he owns that business. There's no way he owns Vanderburg.
He should be running Vanderburg.
No.
Why was he even back at that janky apartment?
Because he probably tried to walk into Vanderburg and say, hey, I own this business. And they were like, no, you don't.
Hey, bastard child.
Get out of here before we call security.
Get your butt out of here.
Right.
We don't know you. Here's a check.
The only thing you did was prove Rosa Pike was a murderer.
Right.
You do not own Vanderburg.
Right. We already knew who we was dealing with. We ain't got, who you gonna tell us? Yeah. We already know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I need, if they're gonna do another movie, keep Mark Ruffalo and keep the 5 Horsemen. We can give or take these other new kids.
Yeah.
But that's my typical no new team movie.
All right, so that is our review of Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Go see it. If you did see it, let us know your thoughts. If you went to see something else, let us know your thoughts about that. Like if you went to see Running Man or The Keeper, or there was another movie that came out.
Was it this weekend?
Yeah, Running Man, Keeper.
I think it's just those two.
There's a reason why they're saying, Predator Badlands is still out. But that's still doing better than Running Man. So.
Yeah, there's currently going to be, who is it?
It seems like Predator Badlands is going to come out on top again.
There's a possibility
and then
over
it's
Running
Now
Man.
You See Me and then Running Man.
Oh, no. It'll probably be Now You See Me, potentially Predator, and then Running Man.
Running Man's not in the top 2.
I don't think
so.
It's not a solid.
But if you went to go see any of those movies other than Now You See Me 3, tell us what your thoughts were.
Yeah, and you better go see all these movies now because when Wicked come out, it's taking all the screens.
Yeah.
And then after that is Zootopia.
Yeah.
So you better see the movies you want to now because Disney and Universal is about to clean the clock. So enjoy while you can.
All right, what are we watching next week?
Speaking of Wicked. Wicked. We're going to see Wicked for good.
Well,
I've got us a large tub popcorn because that movie is like 2 hours and 25 minutes.
As long as Avatar.
It's not. And we have decided, we made a conscious decision while we were waiting for Now You 3 Me to start. It ain't happening.
No.
We're not going to go see that.
I'm not sitting through 3 hours of Avatar.
3 hours and 15 minutes?
Avatar is entertaining, but it's not entertaining for 3 hours. And it's not.
And I feel like I would need to watch the second one, and I don't kind of want to do that.
You would. And no.
Even though James said I don't got to, I don't want to.
Avatar.
No, I'm not doing it.
Avatar is a good visual spectacle.
Sure. I don't need 3 hours.
I don't need a 3 hour visual spectacle. No, not of Avatar. I'm not that invested in the storyline is recycled.
If I want a 3 hour visual spectacle, I would watch the first 2 Jurassic Park movies.
No.
That's about 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah, but no.
And then I watched the first the Jurassic World ones. Not doing it.
Yeah, and it's not even about the length. I watch a 3 hour Christopher Nolan film. I'm not watching 3 hours of Avatar.
We did watch. Oppenheimer was about 3 hours. Mm-hmm. So I would watch the extended cut of Lord of the Rings in the theaters.
Yeah.
Speaking of 3 hours.
Kill Bill? Yeah, no.
Okay.
I got the gist of Kill Bill.
All right. I was just introducing that and to see what your thoughts were.
I mean, is that the same weekend?
No.
Oh.
It's like the first weekend of December,
okay.
I think. Yeah. You don't want to sit for 4.5 hours? I'm just asking.
I've already seen Kill Bill.
But you ain't seen a 7-minute animated scene.
Why does the 7 minutes make it over 3 hours?
I don't know.
I feel like they're leaving.
But they're both. Well, this is supposed to be the 7-minute animated scene, extended animated scene, and then there might be extras. I don't know. No. It is a very long. There is a 15-minute intermission though between the two movies.
No.
Okay.
I'm not going to the movie.
That's why it's longer because there's an intermission in between the two. All right. No. I just wanted to throw it out there to see, gauge your interest.
Yeah, I watched a 3 hour movie, but not Avatar. Avatar's not that entertaining.
Yeah, so we'll find something else to watch that week.
Yeah.
We don't know what yet, but
I will be seeing that Doomsday trailer. So.
We will definitely be talking about, listen, if it's through somebody's janky iPhone device, we gonna see that trailer.
I'm gonna see that,
and we gonna talk about it.
Trailer.
Okay,
so.
Listen, I will sneak into a movie and sneak on out.
Hey.
Okay, the cop that used to be at the movie theater gone now. He told us he ain't gonna be there no more. So we was like, okay, cop. So that will be our next episode. Is Wicked, and do not look forward to our Avatar episode because it won't happen.
It won't happen. Nope.
Yeah. All right. So
thanks for listening.
Take it away.
If you like our show, please share it. You can leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or on our website at vaguelynerdypodcast.com, where you can also leave us a voice message and we'll play it on the show if it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
You can follow us on Threads and IG at Vaguely Nerdy Podcast, Blue Sky and Twitter at Vaguely Nerdy Pod. You can reach us at vaguelynerdypodcast@gmail.com. And if you're listening to us on a podcast app, you can view our animated format of our podcast on our YouTube channel at Vaguely Nerdy Podcast.
Until next week.
Bye.
Peace.